I actually forgot what I was supposed to say. um, Welcome back to Chit Chats, everybody. My name is Antonio.
My name's Brennan.
And my name's Donovan, and let's do a Chit Chats.
Yay!
Yay.
Just a little disclaimer before we continue. It's very late at night, so excuse our lack of energy right now. It's just been a long day, but we're still here to record a nice episode of Chit Chats for you guys. So,
Hell yeah.
you're welcome. Anyway, we got
Good
Brennan,
morning,
we got Donovan,
Vietnam.
the dynamic trio, the three musketeers, the
The Three Stooges.
Alvin and the Chipmunks. I don't know. The Three Stooges. That's a good trio. I invited you guys here today because I want to talk about stories from when we were in middle school, specifically when we used to play on the same basketball team. Because if you didn't know, for anyone watching that didn't know, me, Donovan, and Brennan.
We played basketball before middle school. You didn't.
Well, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
So it can incorporate,
Okay.
all stories or all grades, but primarily I remember. Well, actually, a lot of the stories I have are from before middle school. Just in general, stories from when we played basketball. Do you guys remember the names of our teams when we used to play in grade school?
Oh, that's a good question. I don't think I do. I know I have the trophies that have the names on them because we got trophies.
I have the trophies right here.
Do you have the trophies right here?
Really? Oh wow!
Wow, Brennan came prepared. I don't even have them.
We'll
I have them somewhere.
We'll see if any of these were. Yeah, this was second grade basketball.
Okay, here's the thing though. When did we all start? Because I think we all played basketball, but I don't remember when we started playing.
We didn't always play together. Yeah, I think you started after me, Antonio. Didn't you start in like 5th grade?
No, I feel like I definitely started in 3rd grade. I think I started in 3rd grade.
I don't think did we play together at first though? I don't remember.
I don't remember.
One of our team names was Thunderbirds because we were shouting.
Thunderbirds, okay, yeah.
That's right.
Because of the middle school that we went to, their mascot was the Thunderbirds.
You got to show
the and then the Willamette Warriors.
Yeah, show the trophies.
Willamette Warriors.
Willamette Warriors, that's right.
The trophies.
You know, we weren't at Willamette High School yet. We were still in middle.
That's because Willamette was the area.
Oh, right. Okay, yeah. That's
so, like this was the one for the Thunderbirds.
Oh yeah.
And then
do you guys remember the basketball trophy that we had that had the spinning basketball on it?
Mm-hmm.
Like those little rubber basketball.
I didn't have that one.
Oh, you didn't get that one?
There was also one that we had that was like super tall, and it was like a guy playing basketball.
Yeah, that one
you
was
still
sick.
Have that?
That one was sick. I love that one. I still have it somewhere. Yeah, I remember that one.
Oh yeah, that one.
Oh wait, maybe you're talking about this one.
Which one?
No wait, this one's Malabon. What?
Malabon? Oh yeah, we didn't play.
Yeah, look, this one says Malabon Mustangs, and it's this one.
Yeah, I don't have that one.
Yeah, we don't have that.
I have a heavy ass one from boys 2nd grade basketball in 2009.
Damn.
All
the way back,
like 2nd grade.
Back in the day, when we were like,
back when I gave 2 shits
or 8 or something.
Yeah. Back when we were still playing Nintendo Wii and walking around the neighborhood like a bunch of morons.
I would never play Nintendo Wii nowadays. Never, ever.
We just played. What are you showing us?
What are you trying to show us?
Oh, he's showing us the Wii.
I thought you were trying to show us what you were watching on your TV.
Yeah.
Well, anyway.
Now that we're horribly sidetracked.
Yeah. Well, hey, this was, trying to get our memories refreshed because now we can actually get into the stories. Do either of you guys want to start? Because I have a story in mind.
You start with the story because I think you have the best memory out of all of us. Like I remember playing basketball, but I don't really have any specific stories.
Okay.
So you go first.
All right.
I'll see if
so the first story I want to bring up, this is a little bit of a lower note. We'll get, better maybe, but this story, I'm going to always remember because this was the first time that I broke a bone. So it was in 3rd grade, and I think I had just started playing basketball. I think the year prior I had played soccer, and so I was starting
Mhm.
basketball this year. And we were playing against some team, and at one point, we we were like it was me and some of the other team on one side, and we were about like on our side we were about to shoot the ball, and
Mhm.
I was holding it right, and I was about to either pass it or shoot it, and then this one of the kids from the other team just came running at me and grabs the ball from me, to steal it, and he stole it from me. But as he stole it, it hit my finger in such a way that it broke like this way, like it broke back,
Jeez.
and it was really
Was
bad.
I
it
This
like
like
this it
I
was
like
this finger.
kind of remember this.
You remember this?
Yeah, kind of. I think I remember you not being able to play for a while
Yeah. Well,
because of
the
it.
the funny thing is that I didn't realize it was broken. I just thought I hit it really hard, and it was like it just hurt really bad. So I continued
Yeah.
to play with the broken finger until at one point I realized I was like, I can't play anymore. So I sat out, and then they like looked at it and it was all like red and swollen. And so I was like I iced it, and then they had to take me to urgent care, I think. And then they determined that it was broken from an X-ray, and it was a really weird break too. It was like it like bent this way, like this part of the finger
Mhm.
bent that way. And I had to wear a whole freaking cast on my hand for it. I didn't think it was that bad of a break, but it was, I guess. Well, I mean, I couldn't use it, so I guess it was pretty bad. But like at that time, it seemed kind of
Yeah.
overboard. But that was like the one
Mhm.
and only time I think I've ever broken a bone, because I've gotten like sprained ankles, but that was like the worst time. So that was like my first big memory from basketball. Really sets the tone for the rest of you know
Mhm.
my time playing,
My
I
first
guess.
my first story is so funny.
But I think I remember that. I think you like skipped a day of school or something because of your broken finger, or
Maybe
maybe
I might
not. I
have.
don't know.
I
I don't remember exactly. It was a long time ago. But I do remember like you came to school the next day and you were like, look at my cast, my epic cast.
Yeah,
And
I
you
think
had to sign
I liked the attention, and I think I had people sign it potentially. Um,
it.
yeah. Hey,
I've never broken anything.
really?
Yeah.
Well, why don't you brag about it? No. um, but yeah, that was like, I think that was a bad omen for the rest of the time that I played basketball. I'll just say that. Not that playing basketball was not fun per se. I just
Yeah.
I don't think that we had the most luck when it came to playing, but we'll get into that. Anyway, Brennan, you said you had a story. Would you like to go next?
So this is my starter story.
Okay.
Um, and Donovan's gonna laugh his ass off this one.
Oh
This is a
God.
story about the first time that I learned Donovan was diabetic in practice.
Mm.
Wait, what?
This should be interesting.
Wait,
The
wait, your
first
mic
time
is
I
kind of
learned.
quiet.
Oh, hold on, there we go. Is that better?
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's better.
It was the first time I learned that Donovan was diabetic during practice,
Oh, okay.
and I knew like my dad was diabetic, but my dad never really played sports, so I never
Uh,
knew like how much like exercising or doing a lot of shit could like affect your blood sugar.
yeah,
So
right.
Donovan kept having to sit out and like take breaks because his blood sugar was getting low, and I kept being like, "Why does he like what? How does that affect his blood sugar?" And I kept talking about it, and then the part that I remember the most was Donovan had those like diabetic candies that were like these just
Yeah.
pink like hard tablets of like
They're
just pure
called
sugar.
abs. They're
Oh, the
just pure
glucose
sugar.
tablets?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
and I remember
I remember seeing those.
Donovan ate one, and then like everyone on the team kept asking if they could try one, and
As as
Donovan had to like
as they
Donovan
should.
had to like fight and be like, no, they're for my diabetes. But we want to try one. It's sugar.
Oh my god. It's literally just pure sugar, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Or
Oh,
like flavored sugar.
everybody wanted those stupid things. Whenever I bring it out, it's like opening up like a pack of gum, and like
Yeah.
everybody wants
What
a
the
stick of gum.
dog do?
Everybody wants a sugar tablet.
It's like what the dog doing meme vibe.
No.
Like what the dog did.
Yeah.
Hey, yo,
Exactly.
what the crab doing? Oh wait, no one's gonna get that reference for a while.
Yeah. Is that even a reference?
Made that joke in the last thing that you and me recorded.
What?
I guess I don't have as good of a memory as I
Remember?
Oh my god.
thought.
Yeah,
So
that's funny, Brennan. That's funny that you remember that. I definitely remember that. I remember kids at the bus stop would ask me for them too. So
so in conclusion, bitches only want me for my glucose tablet or
They
my
only want
sugar.
me.
My
They
pretty
sugar.
only
much.
want me for my sugar.
They want your sugar, Donovan. Does I feel I don't want to like stray too much away from basketball, but I feel like I remember Ellis asking you a lot for
Oh
to
yeah.
try your glucose tablets. Is
I
that
think
true?
him and Talon, they were the ones that asked me the most.
Of
I remember
course, it was.
every morning at the bus stop, Ellis or Talon, or maybe both of them, they would always ask me, like, "Hey,
Yeah,
can I cop a glucose tab?" They probably didn't say that. I
I
don't
feel
think
like
that was.
maybe
Yo,
they thought it was like a drug
you
deal or
hand it over.
something.
You
Yeah,
hand over the glucose
just
tab.
smuggle it, like
Yeah,
just like hand it behind the back.
exactly.
Yeah.
Oh
All
gosh.
right. Well, I guess I got a story. It's I don't think it's as thrilling as your guys's, but it's kind of funny. It's just something. It's something that I'll remember probably for the rest of my life, just because of how much it made us laugh.
Hmm.
But we never really took basketball that seriously. I think we can all
No,
agree on that, right?
no,
Yeah,
we did
no.
not.
Yeah. No,
We
it
were
was.
having fun.
I didn't take any sport seriously until I started playing bowling.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, right.
we wanted to win, but like I think we prioritized fun more than anything.
And that was
So
also the case during practices.
right,
So yeah.
right, yeah, we'd always goof off during practices, and this story is actually about one of the practices we had.
Oh
It was
no.
like it was in the Shasta gym, like the small gym in the back, and
Okay.
I remember we were just like not paying attention like at all that practice, and
I can see that.
we were I remember me and Parker, we were talking about like video games, like
Uh-huh.
while we were doing a scrimmage,
Yeah.
and we he started like we were talking about Mario Galaxy, I think, and he started like singing like the title theme for Super Mario Galaxy while he was shooting free throws.
How does the title theme go? Again, I forget.
It's like do 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 do. You remember?
Okay.
It's like
Oh
it's
wait,
really
I
like.
think I remember this.
Do you remember that?
I
I
Yeah.
I
think I
didn't.
do.
I don't remember. You'll have to refresh my memory.
Yeah. Well, so he was just
Oh.
he was just shooting free throws and like
Oh.
just
Just
failing miserably because we were laughing so hard because he kept singing that. And then my
I see.
dad was the coach.
Yeah,
So
Donovan's
he,
dad
he
was
was
the
like
coach for our
he was like,
basketball team.
you guys gotta get on track. You guys gotta actually play here.
Mhm.
I just remember like how hard we were all laughing just because like we could not take it seriously at all.
I remember this. I remember Parker running around trying to shoot basketball hoops while singing. I never remember what he was singing though, but I just remember him going like do 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 and like trying to shoot.
Yeah.
So
And my dad just being like, "Oh God, what have I gotten myself into?"
Oh my god.
He was a good
The
sport
shit
though.
you're having to deal with
yeah,
us.
no,
I can't believe my dad dealt with us. Yeah.
no, I remember. I remember we used to goof off a lot during practice. I remember doing a lot of that stuff. I remember like just talking to you guys a lot. Like we would be in line to like wait to like shoot or practice shooting, right?
Dude,
And then
we'd be in lines. We'd be in line for like the lineup, the layups.
yeah, 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 we'd be in lines for that, and we would just talk, and we would just
Yeah.
like have a conversation, and then go, and then just continue the conversation in the next line.
Yeah.
And I think it definitely threw off our focus a lot, but it was just fun. I just remember just having a lot of
Yeah.
fun, and that's what matters for
Yeah.
kids watching.
Right.
Yeah, yeah, but I
I
don't.
think that the practices are what I'll remember the most. I think just as because of how much we goofed off and had fun.
My
and
next
stuff.
my
Yeah.
next story is my next story that I can think of is about a game.
Oh yeah, you can go next if
Yeah.
you want.
You have another one?
Um, I do, but I'm worried that I'm gonna steal yours. But I could go, and you could just tell, and we'll see. I guess.
Okay, go. Just do what yours
No.
is.
Okay, so this story is like it's honestly kind of personal to me, I guess. So I don't know how much you guys might remember it, But I remember because we didn't win a lot, right?
No, we did not.
I'll just
We just
throw that out.
established.
Yeah, we as we established.
I think in our eighth grade year, I don't think we won a single game.
No, yeah,
Mm.
you know, that's just how it went. You know what? Winning's
Which
not
is
everything.
simultaneously like
Okay.
sad and hilarious.
Yeah,
So.
it's just we were just having fun. Okay, we weren't concerned about winning. Okay, so
Mm.
whatever, it doesn't matter. Anyway, so I think it was a game. It was part of like this like sequence of games we had to have to like kind of decide like our placement in
Oh yeah,
the kids
placement games.
sports.
Yeah,
Yeah, like roster, I guess, or like who we would go against in the following weeks or whatever. Um,
yeah.
so it was one of those games, and like these games, like they didn't matter as much in the grand scheme of things. It was just more to like place where we would be. But I remember in one of them, they were like half as long as normal ones too. In one of them, we were like neck and neck with the other team, whichever team we were going against, and I'm pretty sure I remember getting the ball at one point, and then like right as time was about to run out, and I think I made the winning shot of that game.
Dang.
I think. Um,
Mhm.
and I remember just feeling really good, or at least I thought I had made the winning shot. Like, I don't know, we might have been like, a couple points ahead, so it wouldn't have mattered if I made one. But I think I made like the last shot of the game, and like then we won. So it was like, oh, Antonio made the last shot of the game. Long story
Sweet.
short, that was the greatest achievement of my life. So
That's your
yeah,
proudest moment.
that was my proudest moment. That's when I knew I was destined to become a basketball star, and then I just settled for mediocre YouTuber. So and
Yes,
grocery
yes,
store
yes,
employee.
yes.
I think we all had moments like that. Even though we weren't very good, I
Yeah.
think we all had like a moment or two
Oh
where
yeah, for a long time I wanted to be a baseball player.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Dude, you're like that's like you like have a Michael Jordan story. You like go from basketball and then you wanted to be a baseball player. Brennan is gonna be the next Michael Jordan, I guess.
No,
Right?
I'm not.
But what was your story, Brennan? I'm eager to hear.
Okay, so I'm pretty sure this was with you guys because I swear to God I remember Eric being my coach
Okay.
for this.
Yeah.
So it was a game that was super far away, like an hour and a half drive away, right? My dad's taking me because my mom was busy that day, so we drive an hour and a half there to this game. I
Uh-huh.
show up and it's me and two other players on our team,
Okay.
and the game starts in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And we're like,
Oh.
"Where's the rest of the team?" Right? So because it was just the three of us, so we needed, you need at least 5 players to play a game.
5 on each
You know,
team.
yeah. Well,
Right?
yeah, but
Yeah.
so we only had 3. It was me and 2 others.
Yeah.
And so I was like, "What the hell? Where's the others?"
Yeah.
And then I remember me and my dad on the way there were joking because we passed some guy whose van died on the side of the road.
Yep. Oh, I knew where this was
I know
going.
where this
And
is
then
going.
so
I
we get
remember
there,
this now.
and the game was held back about almost like 15 minutes to half an hour because we had
Oh
no
my
one to show up.
God.
So we called Eric, and Eric said that they were finally on their way. They show up, and so Eric shows up, I think, with like you, Antonio, and then like 2 other players or something like that. So we finally had like 6 players or something like that, right?
Mhm.
And so we're like, "What happened to you guys?" And Eric goes, "Oh, the van broke down on the side of the road." And me and my dad just look at each other like, "Oh shit!"
Why do
Like
I
that was
totally
Eric.
remember this? Do you remember this, Donovan?
Yeah, I remember that very clearly. Yeah, because
Yeah.
my dad was super pissed off.
Yeah. Oh my
I'm
God. I
pretty
wonder
sure
if
he still remembers that. That's like the one time he's ever like broken down on the side of the road. So
oh God. What a time to get
actually,
to
I was
break down.
talking
I'm glad
with
I was
him
right
about
though, because
that.
I couldn't remember if that was with you guys or when I played basketball with other people. So I'm glad
That's
that
so
that was with
funny that
you guys.
you saw. I didn't know you saw us like
Yeah, we
while we
saw
were on
them
the
and
way
we're like,
there.
we saw them too, and we were like, "Oh shit, that must suck," breaking down on the side of
Yeah.
the freeway.
Yeah.
And then they get there and they're like, "Yeah, the van broke down on the side of the freeway." And we're like, me and my dad look at each other like, "What?"
Like you saw us on the road and you were just like, "Oh, I'd hate to be those guys right now,"
Yeah,
right? Unknowing that it was part of the basketball team.
pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, because I remember having to carpool a lot with your dad to the games,
Mhm.
Donovan. Like that was,
Yeah,
and that was also fun because we would just talk on the way there
right.
too,
Yeah.
and talk about
That
how we
was
would
like our
almost lose.
longest. That was our farthest game too. We had to drive quite a ways out there
Yeah.
just to go to
Mhm.
one game.
Yeah, that was a game, and we lost that game.
Yeah, it was all for a loss.
Next time you see my dad, you should bring that up with him. He'll
Yeah.
probably get a kick out of it because I know he
You should
remembers
ask
it.
him about it. Ask him to give like his
Oh, I
side.
have. You know,
Yeah.
we were just talking about it like not that long ago. I remember
Oh, that's funny.
because he was talking about like the one time that his cars ever broke down. He was like,
Yeah.
"Yep, it was with you guys," and I was like, "Oh yeah, I remember that."
Yeah. No, and I remember. Do you guys still have that van? You guys
No,
don't
we
have
don't
it
have
anymore,
that one.
right? Yeah.
It's a different one though. We got a different van. My
Gotcha.
dad's like big white van.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I
Yeah.
didn't know if maybe like you had it in like I don't know, like you gave it to one of your family members or something. But yeah.
No.
Damn, I'll miss that van.
That was the story that I was gonna tell. That was the other one
Oh,
that I
really?
had. Yeah, he actually took
You
mine.
took it, Brennan. You
I
stole
was
it.
just gonna. I just want to add like
Ah,
how angry my dad was. I think that might be like
Just want
one
to
of the
hammer
only
that in.
times, Antonio, where you've actually seen my dad legitimately pissed
I might
because
have, but I don't
he
remember.
like went outside and he was like, "Damn it!" I remember he was and stuff.
Yeah, I would be
He was
frustrated
getting
too, because
stressed out.
not only is your van breaking down, but you're late to a game where you're the coach. Like that
Right.
must suck. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
and you have more than half the team with you.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Yeah.
yeah, I don't blame him for being upset. But that's funny. Wow, I forgot about that, but I remember now. Huh.
Yeah.
Do you guys remember? This isn't really a story. Donovan, do you have that was your story, but do you have another
That
one?
was my story. I don't really have any others to be honest.
Okay, this
If I
isn't
think of one, I'll tell it though.
okay. This isn't really a story, but like, do you guys remember like the pizza parties that we would have after like a season was over, and we would go to
Yeah.
like
We'd
little or what was
celebrate.
it, Papa's
We'd
Pizza?
celebrate losing.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
would
it's Papa's
literally
Pizza.
celebrate losing,
Yeah.
and we would just get like those participation trophies, which Brennan showed earlier.
Yeah,
Um,
Right.
yeah, those were fun. Okay, I remember having those back when Papa's Pizza was over by
Yeah.
Winco,
Well,
and
we
going
go to
there.
Putters
I
too.
only have
Oh, that's right. We would go to
two actual
Potter's.
trophies.
Oh, you what?
We played laser tag and went to the
Oh yeah,
arcade.
putters.
And then
Yeah.
we'd always
Wait.
play tag on the little
On the
indoor playground that they had. You remember
yeah,
that?
we would do that, and then I think
Yeah.
we would go to the
I
arcade too,
have
right?
I have like a video on my phone from like sixth grade
Oh my
of
God.
us playing tag in that little indoor
I think I
playground.
have
You
them on my
really?
I should send it
3DS.
to you guys.
I think I have pictures of when we would do that on my 3DS because I didn't have a smartphone, so all I would do is like take my crappy 3DS camera and be like, "Guys, post me a picture." Yeah,
Those were fun though.
I
That
should
was
dig.
like as sad as it sounds, like that was like the highlight of most seasons. Is like
Yeah, it was. It was the end. Yeah,
The
like
highlight of the season was the end. Yeah.
that's
not
all
that we
that.
didn't have fun. The
That's the
whole
only
thing
reason I
was
would play
fun.
basketball was just so we could have those parties, have an excuse
Yeah.
to make parties. No, I should dig up my old 3DS sometime, and we could do an episode where we just look at old pictures. And Donovan, you could get yours
Mhm.
too if you have it.
Yeah, that would be great. I
Yeah.
know I have like old like let's plays that we used to film and
Oh
stuff.
God, don't even get me started.
Hey.
Yeah,
So
that could be an episode of Scrapped even maybe.
honestly,
Yeah.
even though it wasn't supposed to go up, I
No,
don't
even
know
though
if
it
I
was
want
never
anybody
supposed
to
to be
see
uploaded.
those.
Yeah, certain things. Yeah, I don't know. I'm reconsidering that idea. But yeah, wow. Well, yeah, I know. I don't know if I have any like vivid. Oh no, there's one more story I want to tell or I want to bring up because I think all of you guys will probably remember it, unless you have one, Donovan.
No, I'm
But I feel
good.
like
You good?
once I start talking about this one, you'll remember. So this is
Mhm.
one that incorporates people that I don't want to mention by name.
I think I
So
heard it.
so I'm not.
I
I'm
think I
just
know where this is going
yeah. I'm
to.
just going to say person A and person B, and you'll probably catch on to who's who. Now, keep in mind. Now, I want to preface this by saying I don't think I was there for this happening, so Donovan might have to take over. But you're just gonna kind of have to guess who person A and person B are. Anyway,
Yeah, no,
my
I know where you're going with
my
this.
remembering of the story is basically I was sick, so I missed a practice. But apparently during this practice that I missed, there was two people that were on the team. One of them that didn't want to be on the team that we weren't really friends with, and he was kind of getting fed up that we were losing. Now, again, I might be telling this wrong. You'll have to correct me. But what I remember hearing is that he was getting pissy about it and he just like was expressing that and then I think he ended up quitting, but I
Right.
remember him starting a fight with person B who I think we were more friends with, and they had like just a I don't know if they like punched each other or something. Donovan, maybe you should tell this story because I feel like
Well,
because you
right.
were there.
Well, I think what happened is I don't remember exactly. I just remember being like super like whoa.
Like caught off guard by it.
Yeah, and it was right at the end of practice one day. I think what happened was person A, like
Uh-huh.
he got put on the team and he wasn't really friends with anybody and he didn't really know any of us.
Yeah.
And so he didn't really I don't think he really liked being on the team. So he
No.
would like skip practices. I think he skipped a few games as well.
Probably, yeah.
Um, so we were all kind of like a little bit pissed at him for like
Being such
skipping
a
out so
poor
much.
sport.
And
Yeah.
he would always like make up an excuse or something like,
Mhm.
oh I have to watch my brother and sister or something like that.
I
But
have to walk my horses.
regardless, I think we were all just kind of pissed at him. And person B, I don't remember exactly how the fart how the fight
How fart?
how the
How the
fart
fart
started.
started. Yeah.
Name not the episode how the fart started.
Yeah. This ends.
Uh,
I'm
I don't
really
remember
intrigued.
how
I'm
the fight.
really intrigued by how this fight started. I just want to know. Do you remember if there was like punching involved or like wrestling or any of that? Or was it
I
more
don't
verbal?
remember. Do you remember, Brennan? Do you remember this
No, I don't
happening?
think it was a punch. I think he slapped him.
I think
Really?
I think person
Wait,
B slapped person A. I
person B
think
slapped
person
person
B
A.
started it. I don't remember exactly.
But it
I just
got
remember there
physical.
was a lot of yelling at each other, and then
Okay.
Yeah.
one of them stormed out of the gym and like I think maybe both of them stormed out of the gym, and then we
Did
didn't see person A like ever again. Like he did not come back to the team.
Yeah.
He just
yeah.
did not come back.
Yeah, that sounds
Which
about
I
right.
mean, like that's fair.
I think what
It's kind of
happened is
awkward.
I missed the practice where this all happened, and then when I came back, I was like, "Oh, where's this guy?" And then you were just like, "Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
I
so
remember that.
about that." Brendan, were
Yeah.
you there for that? Do you remember that?
I like have a feeling that I was, but I'm like,
You blocked it out of your memory.
well, like I remember it, but like I don't, you know.
Yeah.
I think it was right at the end of practice. I think people were starting to leave, so you may have just left early, like before it happened or something. I don't
Oh,
know.
I totally
Maybe.
freaking did because I remember him. No, because I remember watching both person A and person B storm out of the gym and being
Okay.
like, "What the heck happened?" And then I came back to practice the next day and was like, "Why did they storm out?" Or like, "Why did they leave?"
Brendan's
And
just
then
like,
someone was
"Hey."
like, "They got in a fight."
Yeah.
I can picture just Brendan just walking in, just like oblivious. Well, me too, but like just oblivious. Like, "Hey guys, what's going on? How is everyone?" I don't know, just all
Hey,
happy go lucky.
hey
Because
guys, how's it going?
I just remember like little Brennan just being so like happy all the time. I feel like,
Dude, you were huge. You were still
Where did the days go?
yeah. Oh the mighty have fallen.
I remember
Oh,
I remember even back then, Brennan, you were like almost as tall as my dad. I mean,
Yeah.
now you're like way taller than my dad, but
If there's any reason for you to play basketball, that is the reason.
yeah. And then now I bowl.
Yeah.
now you
Eh.
both. Yeah.
Now you play Wii bowling.
I remember Antonio friggin' having a full grown mustache at the age of like
Okay,
12.
well, we don't have to
Yeah.
mention that. Hey, one of these days I'll grow it back for an episode. How about that? And I'll just have. Well, I
Yeah.
mean, I could just
You
shave
kind
it
of
off,
got it.
I guess. Right?
You can give
Dude,
yourself that
I
like
just saw you like a couple days ago and you didn't have any facial hair and now it's all grown back.
What can I say? You know?
I'll never forget that time. I'll never forget that time that you shaved
Hmm.
for like the first time. It was the first time I seen you with no hair.
Yeah.
and I showed up to the game, and I looked at you dead in the eyes and was
Oh,
like, "Who are you?" And you're like, "It's Antonio." Like,
oh,
serious. I'm like, "What?"
I remember that. That was at, I think that was at one of our. It might have been in a game, or it was at the end of the year party or something.
It was at a game. It was at the one at what was that high school? What was that elementary school over there? What's that elementary school just down the road from Candlelight Park?
Oh, Danabo?
Danabo, yeah.
Oh yeah, our
It
middle
was a
school
game.
or our elementary school.
It was a game at Danabo,
Oh, okay.
and I walked in and you shaved, and I was like, "Who are you?"
Oh, I do
Wow.
have another story. You just reminded me by saying Danabo.
Oh,
This
really?
is another story. Yeah.
All right. You
We
got
were
the
at
floor.
practice one time. This one's really simple. Like it's not super in depth or anything. I just remember one time we were like having fun, like seeing how far up we could shoot the basketball, like
Huh?
to touch the ceiling.
Oh my
And
gosh, wait. I think I remember this
and
now.
and
Oh,
I
right.
don't remember who threw it. I think it was. Do you mind if I say their name?
Yeah, in this context, I
Yeah,
think.
yeah.
Yeah.
It was Gregory, I think. I think Gregory he like threw it and it like hit the ceiling, came back down and hit the clock on the wall,
Yeah.
and it just like
I remember this.
it
I
fell
remember this.
slightly out of the wall, but it was still like wired
Like it was
into
like
the wall, and
the
it's
wire was like dangling out of the wall.
yeah, it was
I
like
remember
dangling
this.
from a thread, and the clock wasn't working anymore.
Oh my
And
God.
so we were like, "Oh shit, what do we do?" And so we didn't do anything. I don't think my dad even noticed. But the next day when we came to school, like everybody was talking about how the clock on the wall in the gym was out of its
I can just
socket.
imagine like you get like Gregory like throwing the basketball at the clock and doing that, and he's just like
Yeah,
like the
that's
Josh face
great.
after he runs over Oprah. Just
Yeah, like
yeah, like uh. Wait, do you remember what
so
grade this was in?
it was even scarier because we were in like fifth grade, and
Okay,
so like
yeah,
at that point it's like, oh shit, we're gonna get in
yeah,
trouble.
we're gonna fucking die
Yeah,
from
I think
being
they
in
were
trouble.
like, weren't they like asking? I think like some of the teachers or like the janitor or somebody was like asking people if they knew who did it.
Yeah,
I don't think
probably.
they ever
Yeah,
found out though, because we just agreed to like keep our
keep
mouths
it.
like shut, like
Yeah,
completely.
that
You
sounds right.
watch you get like a letter in the mail to Bill all of a
Yeah,
sudden.
all of a sudden, yeah, like because
They
we just
fixed it
revealed it.
eventually. Oh, and then the other part of it was they put a cage around the clock
Oh
after
yeah, I
that.
remember that. Like that
I
was
remember that too.
yeah, because then the whole rest of the time that we were going to that school, or we would go there for games, we would like there would be a cage on the clock
Yeah, I
because of
remember
that
that.
incident. That's kind of funny. That kind of it's like Gregory like left his mark on the school or something.
Right. Literally,
By breaking the clock.
That's
it's a
awesome.
great story though.
Yeah. Well, speaking of clocks, I believe that with that story, we are out of time for this episode. You see what I did there? See what I
Ah,
do the laugh track that I don't have. Anyway,
yeah.
so yeah, I think that is going to conclude this episode. Unless you guys have anything else, I would hate to cut you off, but
No, I can't. I can't think of anything else.
hey, like I always say in episodes like this, we can always do a part two. That's always on the table. So yeah, it maybe I don't know someday.
Yeah.
Maybe someday,
Maybe,
possibly.
maybe if you're lucky. Anyway,
What?
thank you guys for watching this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed our little fun stories or whatever. Thank you guys, Brennan and Donovan, for joining me today. Um, do you have any final thoughts or any wisdom to impart onto the viewers?
We
Either of you?
should we should play basketball again. We should join the professional
We should join the
team.
NBA.
Yeah,
That's the verdict of this episode.
No.
and Brennan should join a all-star league
A
for
all
baseball.
star bowling league or baseball league or
Or yeah,
The
baseball,
the
baseball
the
and
N,
bowling.
the NBA version for bowling is PBA, Professional Bowling Association.
oh, okay, yeah, because they can't really do NBA, National Bowling. Yeah, yeah. All right, fair enough. Anyway, that's gonna conclude this. That's gonna be the it for this episode. So, yeah, see you guys in the next episode of Chit Chats. Bye bye.
Later.
Jazz hands.
Bye.
Brennan, you have to honor our tradition of doing jazz hands. Oh, he's gonna punch the camera. Ah! Okay, thanks. Okay, bye. Welcome back to Chit Chats, everybody. My name is Antonio.
My name's Bren.
And I'm Donovan, and let's have a chit chat.
Woo! Yeah, baby.
Yeah, baby.
Woo!
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah. Oh fuck. Welcome back, everybody. And welcome to another episode of Chit Chats. Welcome, Brennan. Welcome, Donovan. Specifically, Donovan. Welcome to your first episode of season 2 of Chit Chats.
Yes.
Happy to have
It's
you
been
back.
a while.
Thank you for signing another contract.
Yeah.
Whether you remember that or not, it happened.
A blood contract. We're in
Yeah.
this for life.
Yeah, exactly. It's a blood
If
pact.
we ever leave chit chats, we'll be hunted down.
We don't need to talk about that. So today, guys, I wanted to get a little sentimental, talk about the past a little bit. So today we're going to be discussing stories from our middle school days because we all went to the same middle school. Sort of similar to the episode where we talked about our stories from when we played basketball together. But this time it has to do specifically with when we went to school together. So that's the premise of this episode. So I hope you're ready. Strap in. It's going to be a wild ride because we were kind of crazy, kind of crackheads in middle school. You know, so yeah, we had crackhead energy.
Don't go there.
If you've seen any of the old videos that we made from that era, like the Cage Johnson video, you would know that we kind of snapped. We kind of popped off. Okay, I'm gonna stop. So Brendan, just so I stop talking and stop ruining this episode. Why don't you start us off with like the first story that you have from middle school?
Oh, okay. So my first story is not something you'd expect for a middle school story, but it was the funniest shit. And it was when a girl walked into class drunk.
Oh, okay. We're starting right off the bat with that. Okay.
I'm not going to say her name, of course, because of privacy. But I also even don't remember her name. But all I remember was she was a popular girl, and she was popular, so she thought she was better than everyone. So she was an asshole to everyone except for her friend group.
And she was drinking in middle school.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So we were in math class, and I wasn't even in this class. I was just in the class at that time because I think I was like helping someone with something. So I was just like in the class at that time because whenever I had math class with you, remember? So I was just like in that class at the time. She came in, and we were just all sitting there doing like math problems. She came in, and she was all like, "Hey, sorry I'm late," and you could tell that she's a little off, but like I don't have to really notice anything. And the teacher's like, "You're late. I'll have to mark you down, but take your seat." And so she sat down and she took her seat, and she sat there for like 10 minutes, just like looking off in the distance, like like that. And you could see her eyes were all like red and like shot and stuff like that. And she was just staring off, and like someone would say something, and she just start like giggling or laughing,
and stuff like that.
And then the teacher started noticing something, and so the teacher asked her, like, "Are you feeling okay? Are you okay?" And she was all like, "Yeah, I'm doing fine." And so we went on for like another 5 minutes, something like that, and then she started like getting really kind of like this, you know. And the teacher's like, "Are you sure you're okay?" And then she's just like, "Yeah, I'm fine. I just need to stand up." And she got up and then just walked over to the trash can and just threw up.
Oh my god!
Like a bunch, and then you could just smell it, and they were like, "Yep, that's alcohol." She was drunk.
Oh my god, dude!
And
we
so
were literally
they
like
had
fucking 12.
Yeah. And so this was eighth grade, so we were like 13, 14.
Oh, okay, that makes it okay.
That's not much better. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
But so then I remember he had to call. Remember the security guard that was like walking around Shasta?
Yes, I do.
They had to call him, and he came and escorted her out and went to the office, and someone had to come and clean out the trash can. And oh, dude, it was so bad, and like I felt bad at the same time. It was so funny.
If that just doesn't like set the tone for like what our middle school was like, and just the people that went there, I don't know what else would.
Yeah.
It,
I
it was a
do.
rougher. It was a rougher middle school, I think. You know,
I don't think our middle school had a very good reputation in the grand scheme of all the middle schools in that area. You know,
it did for like band and
it did for
choir.
band, and that was
About it.
it. Yeah.
So did she sober up after throwing up
I don't know.
or
She
what?
went home for the rest of that day, and then she
Or
was
she went
suspended.
home.
And then she was
Probably
suspended
for
for
the
like a
best.
week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. She was suspended.
Yeah, for like a week.
Yeah, that makes
Damn.
sense. I feel like I do remember hearing about this. I don't think I was there.
You probably heard about it. It was going around for a while.
Hmm.
But
I think I'm glad I wasn't there
yeah,
for that.
it was interesting.
I gotta look through the yearbooks and we should try to figure out who it is.
I
Oh,
think
I
I
know
know
who
who
it
it
is.
is.
I know who it is. I just don't know her name.
I think I
Uh,
know
I
her
know
name.
Faith.
If I
we'll, we'll talk
vaguely.
about it later off
Yeah,
camera.
we'll talk about it off camera. We'll discuss that off camera. We'll discuss the juicy details. No,
Mm.
but I don't want to describe that situation as juicy. Never mind. So so that happened. Donovan, do you remember hearing about that?
I vaguely remember hearing about it, yes. But
Yeah,
I think it was through either. It was probably through you, Antonio, or one of our other friends. I'm not
I
sure.
probably heard it from Brennan and then told it to you, if anything. Or I feel like I might have heard it from Callan.
What class was that in, Brennan?
It was math,
It
right?
was yeah, but it was like some. It was I can't remember what
Oh,
math it
okay.
was or who. I can't remember who it was with. It was like a teacher that I barely remember. I think I was in that class. I was in that class. I was in that classroom because it's the one that was connecting to the teacher on the other side. You know how like all the classrooms were connected by like through a door.
Hmm. Oh yeah.
I think I was in that classroom working on a project that was supposed to be in the other classroom, but I just
Mhm.
wanted like quiet time.
Yeah.
Oh, that's wait. It may not even been a math class then. I think it may have been like a study hall
Oh
that
yeah.
she came into
That's true. That
because
could
the
have been
teacher next door let me go in there to work because he knew it was a study hall.
true. But
But
you
I'm
said
pretty sure.
the girl walked in and the teacher wasn't teaching when she walked in.
So I'm pretty sure it was a study hall.
Okay. Yeah.
I think I
That,
just thought it
that
was a math class because I
You
think
were doing
everyone
that.
in there was doing some kind of math thing.
Probably. Yeah. I wouldn't be
that's
surprised.
a crazy story because I feel like even in high school, like kids didn't come in and were drunk, or at least not noticeably drunk.
I feel like that
Well, you'd be
probably
surprised.
happened
I mean,
sometimes.
maybe. I mean, they would like vape. I remember like people like vaping in the bathrooms and stuff, but
Or people did some gross shit in the bathrooms, but we'll get into that in the high school episode.
Yeah, I got stories for that
Oh,
too.
yeah,
When we get
shit. I
there.
just remembered a good story for the high school, but I'm gonna save it. I'm gonna save it.
yeah.
So Donovan, you kind of mentioned off camera. What was that?
Yeah, no, I've been thinking, and it's not real. I have something to share. It's not
Even,
really a story,
even
but
if
I
it's
know
not a
it's
story,
something.
yeah, you can still share like a memory or whatever if you have one.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so there was this is actually a story that has like a connection to like recently
Oh,
something
really?
happening.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, so I don't think I've told you either of you guys about this, but there was somebody in our friend group um who I don't think, or at least, so we had like different friend groups, but we all kind of hung out together. We'd
Yeah,
like play our 3DSs
yeah.
out on the bench
I was gonna.
outside of the library,
I was
and there'd
wondering
be
that when
like
that was gonna come up.
yeah, there'd be like different friend groups who would show up,
Right.
and there's this one guy that I didn't know very well. I never knew him very well. He went to high school with us either. I'm not going to say his name because if it's true what I heard recently,
Oh shit.
I don't want to out him.
We're about to expose someone here.
But I'll tell you guys who I'm talking about after we're done recording.
Yeah, that's fine.
But anyways, this guy that like I barely knew. I don't think any of us really knew him that well. He was kind of like he just hung out with us to play
Okay.
Smash basically, and that's
Yeah.
it. Um, I think he hung out with us like freshman year of high school as well, like when we would be outside in that little area in the back. But anyways, I heard recently that his house, which is right across the street from our middle school, you might know who it is just from me saying that. If you know who lives right across the street from the middle school, but I
I'm
heard
thinking.
from one of my coworkers who works at Little Caesars, who lives in that area across the street from our middle school, that somebody was killed in his house, like
What?
within the last couple of years. So I don't know if that's
Like what?
true or
Like
not.
someone in his family?
I don't know. I have no idea. I haven't like looked into it any more than that. But
Shit.
yeah, I know
Some
it's kind
neighborhood.
of it's weird. It's
Some
kind of
friendly neighborhood.
creepy. I don't know
Yeah.
if he's moved since or like because I know that he used to live in that house in middle school, but like after that, I have no idea. I
Huh.
don't know if he still lives there. I know that
I'm
he's
trying
not
to
in
think of
jail.
who it could be. I feel like I might
I think
know.
I know who it is.
I think I might know who it is, actually. Yeah. But
Yeah,
Damn,
we'll
that's
ask.
crazy.
We'll
yeah.
ask. Okay. Well, that's crazy. That that sucks. I hate
It is kind of
hearing about
crazy.
people dying. But thank you for sharing that.
Sorry,
No, it's okay.
it's kind of a serious little memento there, but
It's okay.
it
We built
happened
up to it.
recently.
We were like, oh, a person got drunk. A person died, and now we'll go back down with
Yeah,
mine.
Yeah,
We'll go
we're
back
just
down.
down. Let me bring it back down a little bit.
Yeah. Well, uh, that sucks. I don't know. I don't. I mean,
Hopefully it's not
hope,
true. I just heard it from
yeah.
one
Hopefully, it's
guy.
just a rumor. I
So,
guess. Right.
yeah, but the
Yeah.
thing is, like this guy told me, and then like his girlfriend, who is another one of my coworkers, was also in the car, and she confirmed it as well. So there's at least two people who have told me,
I see.
confirmed to me that that has happened in that house where I know that that guy lives. So, anyways, go on to your story.
All right. Well, so my story is, I think, is a little less serious. Um. So, yeah, I'll start off with this one. So this one's kind of a lighthearted story, but also kind of mean. I don't know. So basically, I'm debating if I want to say like the name of who this person is because like both of you know who this is. I think I'm gonna say it because I think in retrospect it's funny for everyone. Basically, so one time Talon, we were all I might have told you guys this story before, but one time we were eating at lunch, right? And I think Talon said something that got him in trouble. And so basically, the punishment that the lunch moderator had him do is basically he just had to, like while everyone left to go like to recess or hang out outside of the cafeteria, he had to sit at one of the tables and just kind of sit there as like in like a timeout or whatever. And me and Ellis, like we saw him like sitting there, and we kind of just like went over to him and we were just like, and he was like not in a good mood, right? So like in retrospect, I feel bad about doing this, but this was like douchey, like middle school me. But me and Ellis like went over to him and just kind of started like teasing him. We were just like, Talon, hey there, dude.
Oh my
Are you
god.
okay, dude? Hey, dude. And he was like visibly pissed off. He was like, go away. And he like put his head down, right? And we were just kind of
I
giggling.
remember this shit. I
Do you
remember
remember
this.
this?
I remember this.
Yeah. I'll never forget this because I just feel bad about it. But I think everyone probably forgot about it for the most part. But we did that. And then eventually we teased him so much that he just looked at us and screamed, leave me alone! And then just put his head down. And me and Ellis just lost
That's
it.
what I remember. That's what I remember was
But
him
I
screaming that.
I remember that.
but I feel so bad because even the people in the cafeteria that like the cafeteria, like the lunch ladies and stuff, they looked over at him because he was, he yelled it pretty loud, and like it was pretty clear that like we were the ones that like were that made him upset. So it was like I feel bad about it. Like I think in retrospect though, it's kind of funny, and I'm sure
Yeah.
Talon would agree if he was here. So sorry about that, Talon, if you're watching by any chance, but
That's definitely just like
I think I was like walking through
schoolers
the
being
cafeteria when that
douches to
happened.
each other, but that's
Yeah.
pretty commonplace. That's funny.
I think everyone was kind of a douche at one point or another in middle school. You know what I mean? That was
Yeah.
my douchey moment, and I've only gotten worse since. So
And I can
no.
like I wasn't there when it happened, but like I can imagine it so clearly in my head.
Yeah, I know. Me and Ellis were like kind of like we were a bad duo sometimes. Bad in the sense that like we kind of like played off of each other's like energy and just kind of like specifically Ellis would he in middle school he used to be so like eccentric. I'm sure he would agree, and so I would kind of like play into that sort of like um at like attitude,
Yeah. Well,
But
how did you guys react to that?
we just laughed, like douches would. But
Yeah.
it happened.
Wow.
That was like what five? No, it was like probably like 7 years ago or 8 years ago now. Yeah, it was a long time ago, but I'll never
Crazy
forget
to
it.
think it's been that
Holds
long.
a special place in my heart. That moment.
Brennan's checking his phone.
Well, Brennan, would you like to continue with another story of your own?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out which one I want to tell because I have
Oh, we got time.
two.
You can tell. You can tell both of them if you want.
Well, yeah, because one's really short, the other one's a little bit longer, so I'll tell one that's a little longer.
Go for it.
So, the event of this story started. Coworkers, shut up.
Tell them.
So the story started at an all-nighter.
Okay.
So I went on a lot of all-nighters throughout middle school.
So just to explain what that is,
yeah.
Our school would typically host like these what they called all-nighters, where basically students would just go in like late at night. I never went to any of them, but they would go in late at night. I don't know if would you spend the whole night there, or would you eventually go?
We wouldn't go there. We'd go everywhere.
Oh, you wouldn't go to
like a bus,
school.
and they would like take you somewhere.
Yeah, we'd get on a bus. We'd go to like Skate World. We went to like a church. We went to like a play place. We went to like a trampoline park one time.
Yeah, see, I forgot about that because I only heard about that
so we go. So what happens is we get on the bus around I think 9 or 10 or something like that, and we'd go to places like Skate World for a couple hours, and then we'd all get on the bus, and then we'd go to like another place for a couple hours, and we go to another place for a couple hours. And then the last place we go to was this place that still had games that you could play or activities you could do, but it was mostly like a rest area because we were like getting near the end of the night.
Yeah.
And then we'd all load up on the bus one more time and go back to Shasta and then get off at like 7 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
So this started on all-nighter. And I remember this all-nighter was the first all-nighter I went on, and I went with Ellis. Ellis was like my buddy / like partner. Ellis will probably remember this. You guys will remember this once I start telling it because both of you were involved in this story.
We were?
Yeah.
Okay.
You guys helped me because I planned something and you guys helped me with it.
Okay.
You probably both remember it right now in a second. So we were at the all-nighter, and Ellis was like my go-to guy. So I was hanging out with Ellis for almost the entire night. We were sitting next to each other on the bus. He brought his Wii U on this all-nighter, and I brought my and his 3DS. So we were plugging in his Wii U and playing like Smash Brothers.
Okay. He used to do that all the time. He'd bring his Wii U to school. That's
dude, and then he brought his bulky,
and then he brought his 3DS as like an extra controller.
Okay, awesome.
And so we did that, and then we were doing that for a while. And then randomly at one of the locations, it was a church we went to, and it was just like there was some games downstairs. There was music. There was like a convenience stand where you could buy drinks and some food. And there was a freaking crazy Christian rock band playing music on the stage. Me and Ellis were sitting there playing Smash Brothers. All of a sudden, this random girl that we've never seen before attaches herself to Ellis and will not leave him alone.
Oh no.
She starts following him, starts like sitting right next to him. Antonio remembers. He looks like he's getting.
I just did you just unlock a memory?
Wait.
So she starts.
Was this person like in our grade?
No.
She went to our middle school, but I think she was a grade. She was either a grade or 2 below us.
Okay, I think I know who it is. Yeah.
So she started following Ellis, and I would literally have to shove myself in the line to get on the bus when he did because she was trying to sit next to him on the bus.
Oh my god!
And Ellis was like, "Brendan, I need you to get on with me, or she was gonna sit there." And then she would sit like behind us and like try to talk to him over the seat and shit.
Oh my god!
It was so annoying. And she started like holding on to him, like grabbing his arm and walking around with him and shit like that. Like it got weird.
Borderline stalker.
And like I've never seen this girl before. And with the all-nighters, other schools could go on these all-nighters. There was other schools that came to these. So I was like, okay, it must be some girl from their school who's just like decided to follow Ellis around. And then we came to school on Monday,
She was there.
and I came to the bench where we all played our 3DSs, and she was there holding Alice's arm.
Yep.
And I was like, "Who are you?
I
How did
do
you get
remember
here?"
seeing her at the bench.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
then
she was there.
this is the big part of the story that I remember the most, that I love, and I always feel a little bad for this, but it needed to be done because she was crazy.
The deed needed to be done.
Yeah, I felt bad because clearly she liked Alice or something, but Alice did not like her back. She would not listen, and she was crazy.
Dude, Ellis is kind of a chat.
So
Okay.
yeah. And so one day we all got there before she got there. And then I saw her coming down the hallway. And so I ran back and I grabbed you, Donovan,
Yeah.
Ethan,
Mm-hmm.
and then a couple other people. I can't remember who it was, but it was all bigger people. And we literally built a wall around
Yeah.
Ellis.
Yeah.
And she tried to get to him, but she couldn't even see him over all of us.
Yeah, I remember that.
And I felt so bad because eventually she just like stopped and walked away. She was there at school, and she was there like a year later, so she clearly must have eventually got over it and got okay because she was still there and like was still, and stuff like that. But like I felt bad because clearly she got
had some
hurt,
sort of
but I was like,
fixation.
I remember she was
you were
really
crazy.
upset. Yeah,
but I was
think
like,
she started
we
crying.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
I don't
literally
know.
built a wall around Ellis, and then she never came to the
It
bench.
had to be done. Okay,
Dude, she was
done.
crazy.
What were we supposed to do? Go tell the principal and be responsible students,
Screw
and
that,
like and actually try to find a good solution. No, I don't.
Solve the problem.
No,
Even if okay, the thing about her was even if Ellis like straight up told her, I think he probably did tell her multiple times like I'm not interested.
Probably.
She still would have kept coming back around. So
I mean, I feel like he probably made it pretty clear that he did not want her to do that.
Yeah.
But alas, that's a powerful friendship story though. We literally built a force field even around him to protect him from
she
his
just
purpose.
graduated from our high school. I think she just graduated.
Do you know?
Like this year.
Do you know her name and like who it is?
I do know her name.
Oh shit. I completely don't remember like what her name was. I don't think I ever bothered to learn it. I feel bad saying that, but I just knew her as the girl who stalked Ellis. But good for her though.
Yeah.
She's making strides in her life, so good for her.
Yeah.
Donovan, do you have any other story? Donovan? I think Donovan's camera froze.
I
Donovan?
think he froze altogether.
Oh shit. Donovan is dead.
Donovan,
Wait,
Donovan died.
He's texting our chat. Hold on. Oh, he says, "Hold up, 1 sec." Donovan died. Hold on. His computer died. Okay. Well, I guess in that case, I don't know what to do. Should I continue with my story? Should I wait for Donovan?
Yeah,
to come back?
you go ahead and tell your story, and we'll wait for Donovan to come
Well,
back.
I'll just talk about something it's not like super. I want to kind of further explain the whole like bench thing that we kind of keep mentioning, but like the fact that we had like that bench that we allotted specifically for like all of us meeting up and playing Smash together.
Oh yeah,
because that will always be like one of my fondest memories from. Oh, there goes Donovan.
there he goes.
Oh,
he's back.
Oh, he's back. Oh, hello.
Computer during Chit Chats. That's kind of embarrassing.
No, it's okay. It's a little intermission.
I don't know if you started your next story, but I want to add. Yes, I do know her name. She was in my sister's grade, and my sister knew her.
Okay,
but that's all I'm going to say.
And your sister just graduated, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll talk about that off camera. But I was just kind of building upon how Brett. We're talking about like the bench that we used to go to and sit at because that's like one of my fondest memories from middle school was like meeting up at that bench. There was this one bench, like I think it was outside like the library, and we would all go sit there. And specifically when Smash 4 came out for the 3DS, we would go there like every morning and play our 3DSs. Well, first we would play them on the bus, and then we would play them at the bench, or I would play mine at the bus, and then we would go home and play them. And I think we were kind of known around school as like the nerd group.
Yeah.
But like I didn't care.
Yeah.
It was fun.
Those are some treasured memories. I remember it was like a race to see like Well, I
could
mean,
differ first.
the first people to get on the bus were always the same people to get on the bus every day. But like, we just get on the bus and hop on it. We'd flip our Nintendo 3DSs out and just play until school started, basically.
Do you remember when the demo for Smash
I
came
do,
out, and
yeah.
we played that demo to death,
I
literally
know. I
every
remember
morning.
the day it came out, and
I
like
remember
we
that.
all had it downloaded like as soon as possible, and we were just playing. It was like I think in that demo you could only play as like 4 or 5 characters,
There
but
was
like
like
we
Yeah.
just
it was
kept
like
playing it over and
Mario,
over.
Link, Pikachu,
Yeah,
Samus, and Villager, and that was it.
yeah, and you could
But
only
we
play
play,
on one. You could only play on Battlefield, I
and you could
think.
only play on Battlefield. But it was like
Yeah,
we literally like just milked the shit out of that demo.
it was like magic, though.
I know
Those are some
the magic
treasured
years,
gaming
dude.
memories.
Yeah, you can't beat them.
Yeah. Also, another thing about gaming in middle school.
Yeah,
But I remember we would have like these socials or like these parties, right? I guess they were like dances technically, but like you could kind of do what you want. Like you could dance or you could like play basketball, but we would always go to the game room
yeah, the
and play
game
video
room.
games.
Yes,
The game room,
dude. My
dude.
mom used to volunteer to work at the game room, which is why
I
I used
remember
to
that. Yeah. I remember we always used to play The Simpsons Hit and Run
the Simpsons.
on the
Yeah,
original Xbox
I do
and
remember
take
that,
turns. So
dude.
much fun, dude.
Dude,
So much fun.
Ellis could bring his Wii U to the game.
Yeah,
He brought that Wii U everywhere. What the hell?
he did.
That was like his
I
prized
remember.
possession.
Okay. I remember in seventh grade, we were in Mr. Walker's history class.
Just
It's
dropping his
okay that I say
name.
his
No,
name right. Yeah, sorry.
well, it's fine.
Sorry, I just added him. His name is Mr. Walker,
There's
and
probably a million Mr. Walkers, so whatever.
yeah, I sat next to Ellis in this class because he was like the only friend that I had in this class,
Yeah.
and
No, I'm just thinking
I
about Ellis.
remember
I'm just thinking
just
about Ellis
like
pulling out his Wii U tablet in the middle of class.
he would play. He would plug in his Wii U into the outlet and like put his backpack next to the wall so that like the teacher couldn't like see that it was plugged in, and then he would just play on his gamepad. And I remember like it was. I think it was.
Yeah, what game would he play?
I think he play like a lot of Mario Kart and stuff, just like
He would just
in the middle of class.
he'd just look at you and just go. And just,
And if yeah, exactly. And if he wasn't playing his Wii U, he was playing his 3DS. And if he wasn't on his 3DS, he was on his phone.
yeah. Ellis
So like
was just a gamer at heart.
he did not get a lot out of that class, but like God, all of seventh
He was a
grade,
different
I
breed.
I think I was stuck with Ellis like for most of my classes.
That's
But like
kind of
that's not
rude.
a bad thing.
No, I'm
It was
kidding.
it was a good time.
Yeah. Ellis, I like how all of our stories just involve Ellis. Ellis was
Yeah,
he was a different breed in middle school.
we
Um,
love him.
we do. We love Ellis. Donovan, do you have another story to tell? Or any
Oh,
other
that was my
memories?
story. The game
Oh, that was
room.
your. Oh,
Oh
okay.
well.
That's fair. But if you have another one, I'd
I
still
was
go
just
for
gonna.
it.
I just wanted to like comment. It's not a story. It's just like I just wanted to comment on how for one of those socials that we had, the school hired like this local artist named Marv Ellis.
Oh, Marv Ellis. Dude,
Do you
Marv
remember
Ellis.
that, Brandon?
Marv Ellis.
Yeah, I remember Marvel's.
Do you remember Marv Ellis? And he
I
was
think I
awful. I remember
followed
we were
him.
all just standing like in the gymnasium where he was performing, and we were just actually laughing at him because he was so bad and just making fun of him and trying to like come up with jokes about him.
Yeah. Dude, no, I remember we always used to be like, Ellis, it's Marv Ellis. Marv Ellis, dude.
Marv
No,
Ellis.
I'm pretty sure there was like a person who went to our middle school who like went up on stage and like did freestyle. And I doubt it
Mhm.
was good, but I think that at the time we were like, this is better than Marv Ellis.
Yeah. Yeah. That was for the talent show.
Sorry, Marv Ellis, if you're watching. Marv Ellis he's from Oregon. Or from Eugene. I
Yeah.
think he might be from Eugene even. Yeah.
Apparently, okay, I was talking to my uncle about Marv Ellis. Apparently, my uncle knows who he is.
Why the fuck are you talking to your uncle about
Of
Marvel's?
course.
I don't know. I don't
Dude,
know. Okay,
what if your uncle is Marv Ellis?
my uncle is
Think about
Marv
that.
Ellis.
Yeah, think about
Dude.
that. No, I remember
Yeah.
Marvel. Marvel's actually, fun fact, he gets a shout out in an upcoming Cooking with Brennan episode.
Really?
Yes?
Yeah. He does.
I
Yeah.
wonder how he's
You'll
doing these
you'll
days.
Is
you'll,
it
you'll
one we
see.
recorded? Is it one we recorded
It's
or?
one that we already. Yeah, it's one that we already recorded. You'll see. It was a long time ago, so you probably don't remember. But
I was like, I don't think I even
yeah.
remember that.
Spoiler alert, though. Anyway, I do remember Marvelous. I have like a short little story that I think would be kind of funny. It's just like something that I just wanted to like tack on. Um,
Mhm.
but so
So
there was this one time I was taking this class. I think you probably took it too, Donovan. It was Latin American Studies,
mhm.
right?
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
and
Oh, okay. Wait, hold up. Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you, but
oh
after
no, it's
this, I
all
do
good.
have one more story I want to tell.
That's fine. Brendan, do you have another one?
Yeah, I have a super short one.
Okay, we can make a way around. So I'll go really quick, then
Mhm.
Brendan can go, and then you can go, Donovan, if
Yeah.
that sounds good. Okay. Mine's pretty short. Basically, I was in Latin American studies, and there was this girl whose phone went off during class, and this was like a common thing that would happen. Like people's phones would go off, and then they would just like turn them off, or like probably sometimes pull them out. But in this case, the girl's phone went off, and it just played a ringtone, and the ringtone that it played was a D's Nuts remix, like song, and
Oh my
instead
god.
of turning it off, she just sat in her chair and danced to it. And then she looked directly at the teacher and just danced. And I remember thinking that was so funny. Oh, yeah.
He's nuts.
It was like,
Rap
it was
remix.
literally like, D's nuts hot, D's nuts hot. It's awesome.
Oh, I've never heard that story. That's really good.
Yeah, no, I love that
Uh,
story. That's it though. That's like all that I got. I think she got like sent out of class or something. You know,
mhm. Yeah.
tis tis life. Anyway, Brennan, you have a short little story.
Okay, I have two
Okay, they
super
better be
short.
short. Okay, good.
They are one super short. The other one is even shorter.
Okay.
Um. So at first I wasn't gonna say anything, but I'm gonna go ahead and just say who it was because we have talked about him before. Both
Okay.
of these stories involve Anthony.
Anthony Camacho.
Stuff he's done. The first one I just thought of because of what you said, and it's because we were in eighth grade math class, the class where I met him,
When
and
he emerged
his
into our lives.
when we got blessed by the Camacho.
We did.
Um, and we were in the middle of class and everything was silent. And then all of a sudden, his mom decided to pay his phone bill. And so he started getting all these text messages and notifications that he'd been missing
Yeah.
because his phone wasn't active. Well, at that time, a big meme was the another one thing. And so his phone
I think
just
I know where
started
this is
going
going.
off in class. Another one, another one, and it would not stop. And we were just laughing our asses off in class.
Dude.
Oh god. I love it, dude. The middle school memes were just in a tier of their own.
And then the other one that was super short was also involving him,
Hmm.
and it was the last all nighter I went on, and I went with him. He was kind of the one he was the one I stuck with on this all nighter. It was the last all nighter of our middle school, so we went on it, and each location we went to had food and drinks you could buy, but just like with every like activity or thing, it was expensive.
Hmm.
So he brought with him. We were allowed to bring our own food
You
and
were or you
drinks if
weren't?
we wanted to. You were.
Okay.
If you kept them in a bag, and then they'd have to like search through your bag and keep them in a car.
Hmm.
And if you wanted the bag, you have
Right.
to go out and go get them.
Yeah.
And so he had he had like 6 rock stars in this bag.
Damn.
A
Okay.
shitload of like cockies, like the hot chips,
Yeah. That was a
right? And
staple.
there's a bunch of other like candy and snacks and shit. And every location we went to, we kept getting into the bag because I always say, "Hey, can we get a bag out of the car?" And they'd be like, "Sure."
Mhm.
So we go get the bag out of the car. We at the last location. We were tired as hell. We both still had a rock star in the bag, and there was some candy. Last place, the food was expensive as hell. we didn't want to spend any money on this. It was it was the last location of the night. We were going to be going home soon anyways. We'd already spent a lot of money on like other shit because we went to like skate world that night and stuff like that. So we played tournament games and like the prize counter and shit like that.
Right.
And so we went to go ask, can we get our stuff out of the car? And they said, no, we're at their last location. We're like, but we have like food and drinks that we want in the car. And they're like, no, you have to just buy something here. And we're like, what the fuck?
Oh my god!
Like, dude, that sucks. Like, we're like, they're gonna make us spend money because we're at the last location.
Yeah.
Right. And so Anthony, being the smart man that he is, devised a plan and somehow convinced the car guard that was like watching the car with all the backpacks in it that he had an inhaler or something important that he needed in the bag.
Yeah.
And so the guy, so he convinced him. So Anthony was able to go out there and he came back in with this bag. And he just pulls out 2 rock stars and never like pulls out anything. And
Dude,
you can see the guy just kind of go like, wait.
He literally finessed. Dude,
wow.
He did. Like, we weren't supposed to give
dude.
them that, but Anthony was smart and he pulled some shit.
So you guys each had 3 rock stars that night.
Yeah.
Nice.
Damn.
I remember hearing at one of these all-nighters that I didn't go to, but apparently Talon drank like 8 Red Bulls at one of the all-nighters.
I would not doubt it.
Do you remember? Yeah, do you remember hearing about that?
Mm-hmm. I did.
Yeah.
Alice drank 12 Mountain Dews and threw up.
Oh god.
Yeah, I remember
12?
that too. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Dude, he was so sick. He was laying by the front door like,
dude, that would kill you.
That would kill you. Oh
dead.
My god. If he drank any more, Jesus. I'm surprised to more. Oh my god.
That's like just one Mountain Dew is like 200% the daily amount of sugar.
Yeah,
he ate like 24 days, almost a month worth of like the daily amount of sugar in one night.
Like I said, Ellis was a different breed in middle school, dude. Okay? You cannot match his energy. Oh my god. Donovan, do you have any other story you want to tell?
Yeah, I got kind of a tame little story to tell, Dan, that actually also took place during Latin American studies in the computer lab, funnily enough.
Did it have Ellis in it?
It did, yeah. It includes Ellis. Just us talking about Ellis reminded me of this story. It was in 7th grade during Latin American studies, and I think it was like our first day being in the computer lab. We were like doing research on some Latin American countries, I think. And at the time, I think we were like really starting to like embrace memes as like part of our personality, you know?
Unfortunately, yeah.
Yeah. And so Ellis was like, dude, look up Nyan Cat on the computer. He was like, and he was really insistent that because I was like, no, I don't want to do that because the teacher's gonna see it and I'm gonna get in trouble. And then he was like, no, do it. And so I did it. And then the teacher walks up behind me and is like, can you step outside?
Oh,
and this was like my first time like getting in trouble.
That's scary.
Like, I had never been in trouble at school ever. And so I went outside and I was like all scared and like I was like probably on the verge of tears. And I remember the teacher walks out and is like talking to me and he's like, you can't look up stuff on the computer and I'm tempted to give you a referral right now.
Shit, that's
I know, right?
Like a prison sentence in
basically, yeah. And then I was just like so scared. I didn't know what to say at all. Yeah. Even though the teacher I'm not gonna say the name of the teacher, but like the teacher was not very like intimidating at all.
No, but I know who it was. I remember having.
Yeah, just being in trouble in general was just scary. So I didn't know what to say. But I got out of it because I think he saw how like terrified I was, and he was like, "Well, I'm not gonna give it to this kid." But yeah, Ellis put me in a rough situation.
Ellis, dude.
And then I remember I was so mad at him. I didn't talk to him for the rest of the period.
Yeah,
he was like, "What happened? What happened?" I just didn't say anything.
And then he's like, "Okay, look up 9. Look up." It's like look up another name. Yeah, look up Trollface. Oh god. Okay, well, I have one more like little story to tell, just to kind of like end it off. And then I think we're gonna wrap it up after that. But this one was this one's a little. This one doesn't actually involve Ellis, but or it might. Does it? I don't know. I don't think it does. But basically, I was in a class with you, Donovan. It was a reading class, or it was like it was like it was like a class that like not many people took. It was like specific people. It was like advanced reading or whatever. But basically, we were doing like an assignment, and everyone was like sitting around the room quietly, and all of a sudden, one of the girls sitting like by us just started crying, or like screamed and just started crying.
Yeah,
and I didn't.
And I sat next to her.
Oh, you did? Oh, okay. Then you probably remember this. And like we didn't know what was going on, but apparently there was a spider that like just kind of like webbed its way down onto her desk from above. So she got like really upset. And that wasn't the part that I thought was funny. I thought that was kind of sad. But basically, the part that I thought was funny is there was this other girl in the class who just went over to the spider, picked it up, and then threw it outside. No sort of like reaction at all. Just like it was just a normal thing. And do you remember who that was, Donovan?
I do. I do remember who. I don't remember who picked up the spider, but I remember who screamed.
Oh, I remember who picked up the spider. And I'll reveal that off.
Tell me afterwards. But
yeah. But I just thought that was funny.
That's a Chad move.
It was a alpha Chad moment. Wow. So basically, we started things here talking about people getting drunk, and we ended things here talking about people crying. So I think that is a pretty good round trip that we made there. So yeah. I think that's gonna wrap up this episode. It was fun reliving our middle school days. I realized I had a lot more stories than I thought I did, and a lot more things to say a lot more things that I remembered than I thought I did. So that was pretty fun.
I have another really funny story, but I'm not going to say it because we're out of time.
Maybe we can do a part 2 eventually.
Yeah, eventually we'll do a part 2. First, we'll probably do high school stories, or we could do like an amalgamation. I don't know. We'll do something. It's Chit Chats. We make our own rules. But with that, I think that's going to end today's episode of Chit Chats. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for being here as always. Can't wait to see you in more future episodes of Season 2, Donovan. And you too, Brennan, of course. And that's it. So we'll see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.
This is the Season 2 Chit Chat stance. You got to do it with
Chit Chat stance. No. It looks like we're Kawaii. Kawaii. That's sort of culturally inappropriate. We're just gonna and that's it.
Hello everybody, my name is Mark. Welcome back to another 5 Nights at Freddy's. Today we will be doing
Five Nights at Freddy's jump scare. We're so awesome.
Dude, we're so funny.
Dude, we scared Cody literally out of his seat.
Funny.
We're so fun.
I pissed my pants.
Cody pissed himself. Welcome back to Chit Chats, everybody. My name is Antonio.
I'm Donovan.
And I'm Dean.
And I'm Cody. Let's have a chit chat.
Yes. Okay. Intro is done.
Dean, you can't say and I'm Dean because Cody still has guys.
Okay. Before we start officially, I just want to say this is the first episode that we've done with 4 people. So this might get a little hectic. There might be a lot of talking over each other, but we're going to try to prevent that as much as possible. With that being said, welcome everybody. Welcome Donovan. Welcome Dean. Welcome Cody to another wonderful episode of Chit Chats. Thank you guys for being here.
Of course.
And do you guys know why you're here? You should, because I told you.
Oh.
No.
I thought this was Mark part video.
I didn't read the script.
Okay. Makes sense.
This was Mark part video.
Well, lucky for you, I'll tell you exactly why you're here. So, one thing that we all have in common, us 4, is that we, at one point or another, all used to be in band. So today, I thought it'd be fun if we told some stories from band class.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be fun? I think that'd be kind of fun. Yeah, just a little fun. A little fun all the time. Yeah.
I think we should do that.
Yeah.
Everybody stay.
It's already
Okay, there's like a really bad echo. I don't know whose end it is.
But Not me.
but
Ghost.
It might be me.
we're just
Sorry.
gonna. I don't know what it
Just
is, but we're
ignore it.
just gonna ignore it. Yeah, we're just gonna ignore it.
Donovan, if you're echoing, I'm going to kill you.
Shit, dude, that's intimidating.
Yeah. I'm scared for my life right now.
I'm scared for your life right now. All of a sudden, Dean's just gonna appear in your room, like
Yeah, dude.
somehow.
Yeah,
You don't
Donovan,
leave a like on this
Donovan,
video and comment. I'm gonna be in your room.
Donovan, don't look up.
Are you in my walls?
1:30 a.m.
Are you in my walls?
No.
What is
Well,
that
we're
echo?
getting
Oh my god!
chaotic like some band kids right now.
Is it me? It might be me.
I don't know. Wait, I don't think it's you because I'm talking and I don't hear anything. I don't know.
For me?
Let's continue. Let's continue.
Okay. To make this
Echo
easy,
aside.
we're gonna go in a circle. So we're gonna we all gonna have like stories that we're gonna tell, and we're gonna go kind of in like a circle. Like one person will tell their story, the next person will tell their story, and so on and so forth. So I guess I'll start, and then we can go in like a, I don't know, whoever has their story after me will go next. So this is an infamous story. I'm sure I've told all of you guys this before. So this was in 8th grade, right? 8th grade band. We were on a field trip. I think we were going to the coast. I don't exactly remember. All I remember is that it was later in the year, like it was towards like the end of 8th grade. And on the way back, from wherever we were going or wherever we were at, I was sitting on the bus, and then there was this girl who I actually used to have a crush on, who was sitting like behind me. Yeah, I know we're getting a little personal.
Whoa. 8th grade, Antonio.
Yeah, mustache and all.
Yeah.
Dude. I know. I was kind of a player. What can I say?
A real player.
So on that bus ride, I don't really know why, but the girl sitting behind me, she had like these little cheese slices from her lunch that she packed, and she was putting them on my shoulder. Right? I don't know why. But what I would do is after she would put one on my shoulder, I wouldn't eat them. I would like throw them out the window. Like I opened the window of the bus and I would throw them out. And I thought I was being like funny or something. I think I was trying to be like, oh, quirky, funny dude, you know?
Yeah.
I know, and it totally worked. But so I was throwing them out, and I didn't think it was a problem. But then when we got back to the school, the band teacher came in. We were all like, all excited and stuff from the trip. And then the band teacher came in, and he just was like, "Hey, someone was throwing stuff outside of the bus," and we had like chaperones. We had like parent chaperones who went on the trip with us, and they were driving behind the bus. So the cheese slices, they were like flying out of the window and onto the windshields of the parent chaperones.
That's what I thought was gonna happen.
And everyone, like literally the whole room went silent, and he was just like, okay, whoever did it needs to confess, or else we may never be able to go on a trip again. And everyone just went silent, and I was like, I don't know what to do. Like, do I do like I felt so scared. I felt scared for my life. And I think only like me and like the girl and maybe Donovan knew that it was me.
Yeah.
And yeah, eventually I did confess, and nothing super bad happened, but like that was terrifying. And
You need to confess your sins.
I did, and I think that's the reason why I'm going to end up going to hell.
Well, yeah.
Throwing cheese out the window of the bus. I'm just imagining they're driving and then little slabs of cheese fall in their window.
Like they're driving, like they're just driving the car, and all of a sudden cheese, and they're like,
they're like, oh, the officer's like, what was the cause of the accident, ma'am? And she's like, it was cheese.
It was cheese, and it was just like, ma'am, I think we need to take you to a different to a different facility.
That reminds me of that one video I saw where like this guy's just driving behind a bus and one of the kids just goes out of the window and throws a cheese stick at his car.
I have never heard that story, so that is brand new to me.
Yeah, I was gonna ask like if any of you guys knew about that story already, because I thought I told it.
I remember
No.
that story. Was that in freshman year of high school?
No, that was in 8th grade.
Oh, I was in 8th grade.
I
Okay.
That was
remember.
like 6 years ago. I don't remember.
Yeah. Well, I don't remember much from middle school band, but that is one of the standout like things I remember. So that being said, that's my first story, or maybe my only story. I don't know. I don't know how much we'll have time for, but who would like to go next?
Well, I have a story. Oh, okay, fine, Cody. Okay, go ahead.
No, Mr. Sully, go.
Go ahead.
No, Sully, go.
Do rock paper scissors.
Yeah, rock paper scissors.
On shoot.
Only one. Only the.
Okay. Rock,
Oh, 2 out of 3.
paper, scissors, shoot.
This does not work over Discord. Oh, Cody wins.
Cody won.
Cody wins. All right,
Screw you.
All right.
Screw you.
Bravo.
let her
bravo.
rip, Cody.
Cody, you cheated. You looked at what I had. It was Discord lag.
Yeah.
It was the latency.
Claiming the
It
latency.
was the latency.
Rock, paper, scissors, you're right. So I want to say it was freshman year, which was the last year that I did band. And we were going on a trip. I forgot where. And I get onto the bus. And at the time, I was also part of the Willamette golf team.
Mm-hmm.
And somebody that I was on golf team with was also in band.
Mm-hmm.
So I did not really know this guy that well. Like I barely remember his name. But I was just like walking towards the back or something, and then he saw me, and he literally like pulled me into his seat, like, and I was like,
possessive.
okay,
Grabbed you.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, so we get going, and he's just really weird. He pulls out like this super old like laptop thing, I think, and we start playing chess.
All right.
And
Gaming on the bus.
yeah, but I didn't know how to play chess, so he was also trying to teach me how to play chess. And then we stopped playing, and then I think like an hour or so in, he is just like, "Hey, like look out, like look around and make sure that nobody is like looking." And I'm like, "Okay, why?" And he pulled out this bottle with a bunch of like brown stuff in it.
Shit
And it was
bottle.
spitting it. Shit bottle. Yeah. He was thinking to hide the fact that he was doing green tobacco on the bus.
Okay.
Oh.
This took
Yeah.
an unexpected turn.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyways, so
Okay.
yeah, we get there, and then like I spaced myself away from him, and
Probably a good idea.
never saw at any of the golf practices again.
Shit. Wait, okay. I've never heard that story. I'm trying to think of who it was, or if I know who it was.
You probably don't.
Okay. I thought I did, but
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this guy was like a senior at the time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Wow, that's traumatic.
Yeah, it was like
He just
I
wanted
was
you
just
to.
so- it was like this. It'd be like this. He would just be like,
Wow, not suspicious
He
at
just
all.
wanted you to hide. He wanted you to help hide the fact that he was drinking, basically.
Wow.
no, that he was.
It was chewing
Spitting up
tobacco.
It was chewing
Spitting in the
tobacco,
bottle.
yeah.
Doing it. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, you can't drink tobacco. Yeah, that's true.
I would hope that you wouldn't.
Yeah.
Drinking tobacco.
Mm.
Beautiful.
Damn.
Anyway,
Well, I think it's interesting that after that year you weren't on the golf team anymore.
that and I wasn't in band anymore.
Well, and band, to be fair.
Dropped both of them. That's
Yeah.
enough.
That was enough. You had enough.
Mention what
That's enough.
instruments
No
we played?
more.
What?
Should we mention what instruments we played? Or
Oh,
does
yeah,
everybody know?
probably. Okay, so I played percussion, and then
I also played percussion.
Cody was also percussion bros.
Now with percussion. Hell yeah.
Trumpet.
Oh yeah, the trumpet. No. Dude, everyone hated the trumpet section for some reason.
Yeah.
What? No.
It's because
Yeah.
it's a loud instrument and it's too noisy.
Well,
Okay.
everyone
I
would
think
say
they're
that.
just
I'm not saying that people hated you specifically. I'm saying that in terms
Yeah.
of like the sections, I think trumpets were known as like the loud, obnoxious ones.
Yeah, that's exactly.
everybody. There's a stigma that we thought we were cool, but I don't think that we did. Maybe some of us.
I think it
I'm not going to
depends
name any
'cause-
names.
Let's
Yeah.
say was a trumpet player.
All right. I'm gonna have to go in, Dean. I'm gonna have to go in and censor that you said that.
You're gonna have to bleep out that name.
Yeah. Don't name names.
I was just saying he's part of it. Okay.
I know, but
You know, okay.
regardless.
Scratch that from the record.
Yeah.
You're
No.
gonna
I'm just
cut this
gonna.
whole part out.
I'm gonna have to make a note of that. I'm gonna go in. I don't usually edit these, but I'm gonna go in and just for the sake of
Edit it because Dean said a slur.
Anonymity.
And, yeah,
I didn't
exactly.
actually say
You
that.
never know who's gonna see these. You know.
What did Dean say?
I said
Now no. Screw you. Okay, whatever. Donovan, go on with your story. Donovan, go on with your
I
story.
apologize.
And my story?
Yeah, do
Oh,
your
I
story.
thought we were going around in a circle. Is it me next or Dean?
Well, I figured we'd do you because you said you had one. But
Okay. Sure,
actually,
I can
Dean
go.
doesn't get to go at all because of what you just did. No, I'm kidding.
That was your story.
Screw you, Dean.
Dean just had to sit there like a good boy and just listen. All right. Okay, Donovan, go ahead.
Wow, this is a mess. We're really showing our band kid heritage off right now.
God, you're such a crackhead.
I don't know what that's supposed to mean. Anyways, okay, so my story was from middle school when we were a middle school band, and let me tell you something about our middle school band teacher. He thought he was Mr. Cool. He thought he
What are
was.
you talking about? He was Mr.
He was, yeah. You bite your tongue.
He was not Mr.
And
Cool.
then
He
but
lived
yeah.
alone. He was probably like in his early 30s, and he lived alone in a house by himself and played drum set, and that's it all day. Just played drum set, and then went to school and taught.
What did he drink all the time?
I think
What'd you ask?
I think we know. Coffee. Yep.
Coffee.
His breath always smelled like coffee.
That's true. He was Mr. Coffee Man. But I remember everybody. We were all in middle school, so kind of what we thought he was cool because he said he was cool, and so what he said kind of goes.
He's persuasive.
I did think he was cool, like in the early stages of middle school.
Right. I think everybody did.
Mm-hmm.
Because he was kind of chill. He was kind of like he was laid back on the surface, but maybe maybe not in reality. He wasn't super laid back.
Wait, I feel like I know where the story is going, but continue.
I think I mean all of you guys know this story, but yeah. So to emphasize how cool he was, he bought one of those hoverboards because the hoverboards that was like what was cool at the time. So I remember he like strolled into class one morning on his hoverboard, and he was like, "Hey guys, I'm gonna be teaching from my hoverboard," and he stood on his hoverboard like the entire class and taught that way. I don't know if you guys remember that, but
I don't remember that at all.
I think I repressed that memory.
You repressed because it was so cringe. It was so cringe that we just couldn't handle the cringe.
Honestly, I feel like most of these that could be actual memories are just fever dreams that we have.
Yeah, who
Hard to
knows? Maybe these
distinguish.
never happened.
Yeah, honestly.
Anyways, I later I ended up hearing from my sister who was in band 2 years after us. She was like 2 grades below us, and once we had graduated, she told me that he had fallen on his hoverboard and gotten rid of it because he fell and like hurt himself.
Awesome.
So I feel like there's a good moral. There's a good moral to the story. Just don't buy a hoverboard. Don't try to be cool.
Well,
No, wait. Better moral: if something hurts you, destroy it.
There we go.
Yeah, just get rid of it.
so that time that Andrew hurt me, if I'm following that logic, like he physically, like he accidentally hit me in the leg. If I'm
Just
following
throw him
that
in the
logic,
trash. Just put him in the trash.
yeah. Wait, what year did he fall on his hoverboard?
Apparently, when we were in our freshman year of high school.
Dude, hoverboards were like dead by then. You kidding me?
Yeah, but he still used it because he spent like $400 on a gold hoverboard.
Okay.
It was gold?
400. Jesus
Yeah, I
Christ,
remember it was
dude.
gold. It was like a gold
That
hoverboard. It
band
wasn't
teacher money.
$100.
That is
I
sad.
do have another story, but I want to leave the floor open for Ian if he has a story.
Well, let's let Dean go since he hasn't gone yet.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
And I forget, that's the middle school band teacher, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I have a story
High
about the
school band
same.
teacher was cool.
Yeah, I have a story about the same middle school band teacher. And so to add to this guy's cool nature, this teacher collects a lot of cans of spam for some reason.
Oh yeah.
He has a bunch. He has like 150 different types of spam cans.
Mm-hmm.
And no reason at all. I don't know why. But everyone like offered him tributes of spam.
Mm-hmm.
Like
remember that.
every week, someone would bring him a new can and be like, "Here, my lord,
Hello, sir.
a new can of spam for you."
Yeah.
Keep in mind that this is completely unrelated to the story I'm about to tell, but it's just something I wanted to do.
Yeah.
So the story actually begins is that this guy, he's Mr. Cool, all right, but because he's Mr. Cool, he's a little bit on the temperamental side, and this guy, he's like, one day I remember we were all performing and then he was getting really mad at the trumpet section for playing way too loud. But keep in mind, we are kids. And second of all, we're trumpets and early trumpet players. So we have no idea how to play correctly at that time. And he was pissed that day. I think maybe his wife left him or something, but he was pissed.
Yeah.
He was really
Never
pissed.
had one.
Yeah.
Even more
His
reason why he
wife
should be
was his
angry.
drum set.
His drum set
got him.
Okay, but yeah, he was pissed that day. And then one day, I very audibly played a terrible, like horrible note, and I made it really loud. And I just see his like head slowly turn and eyes lock onto me with just like a.
Like it turns like it literally rotates around his neck.
Like a demon stare, and he's like, "You are playing way too loud." And then he just proceeds to go off on me, and he's like, "You guys can't play anything right. If we play this way, we're never gonna make it to the fucking concert or whatever. We'll never make it." And then I audibly just started crying, and then I was like, and then he was just like,
Let's
get back to playing, guys.
Really?
Sorry, dude.
I cried for like 5 minutes.
Damn,
A
dude.
solid 5 minutes for that.
I'm so sorry.
Okay,
It's like,
really
your
quickly.
playing is terrible. It's terrible.
The light really.
Really quickly. I just realized that I left my computer charger on my computer dead. So
Oh, wait,
if
say that
I
again,
randomly
Cody?
leave, I left the computer charger at my mom's house, and my computer is almost dead. So if I randomly leave, you know why.
Okay.
All right.
Gotcha.
So yes.
Cody may
Shit.
die.
All right. Well, hopefully.
All right.
Yeah, he was really good at public humiliation. That's for sure. I remember he used to have us. Just as a side note, he used to have us like play in front of the whole class individually, and we'd have to like play a part of the song, and those were so nerve-wracking.
Yeah,
I
you're
hated
literally
those
like
so
12, and he's making you. He's like putting you on the spot.
Yeah,
It's kind of cool.
he demanded a lot of practice time, and it got to the point where I just started forging signatures on these things.
Yeah, everybody did.
I think everyone did that. Like,
I did not care that point.
And then there was like
That
the
makes it
one
stop.
or two kids in the class who like
who would just
put in like 300 hours of practice.
That was
per
their
week or
life.
something crazy like that. That was their life.
literally
Yeah.
their life.
I don't think they play instruments anymore, but
No.
Probably not. Well, Cody, if you do have another story, maybe you should go just because if your computer does die, we want to let you go again. What?
I should go.
Yeah, you should go. Yeah.
Okay, so I want to say I think it was the end of our 8th grade year, and in band we had like a celebration sort of thing where we went outside and played games.
Mm-hmm.
I know
One
where
of
this is
those
going
games-
I know
immediately.
where it's going.
I don't know. Wait, I don't know if I know where this is going. Continue.
I know exactly where this is going.
Okay, so you guys can help fill in the details if I get something wrong.
Okay.
But basically, we went outside to I think we were playing like baseball or softball or something.
Mm-hmm.
I know.
Is
where
it
this is
softball or kickball?
I think it was kick.
No, it was softball. It was softball at this time.
softball. Okay.
It changed to kickball because of the events that are going to transpire.
Makes sense.
Okay, so anyways, it started off with softball, and it was a wholesome game of softball. Kids were hitting balls, other people were throwing balls.
Yeah. I remember it was between the band and the choir.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what it was.
I do remember that.
So the band kids were on the field, I believe, and like somebody else that we know in band, they had the ball and they were tossing it or throwing it to our teacher, the same teacher who collects spam and publicly is really good at public humiliation. And this kid, he threw the ball just so perfectly that it landed right at his balls and just square on. And this is a softball that's like this big, and
they're not soft, contrary to popular belief.
They are.
Contrary to popular belief, they hurt.
He fell to the floor after that.
Yeah.
I never saw this happen, but I remember hearing about it.
I remember it so vividly. Like it happened like right in front of me, and I just remember him falling to the floor and being like,
yeah. Just like, oh,
wait. Wait, did he like he got hit and did he just go like grabbed his balls and just fell?
I'm pretty sure he did the thing where like his legs like closed in a little bit and he just in shambles.
And then the guy who threw the ball, Jeff, poor Jeff. He felt so bad about it, and he was like, "Oh no, I'm so sorry." And
it was worth it.
Yeah, he was so pissed. After that, we ended the game, right? I'm pretty sure we did.
Dude, this was him.
Yeah, that was him.
And this was also at a point in time where we all realized like how kind of rude this teacher was. So I think secretly all of us were just like,
yeah, it was like that's a win, that's a dub.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
It was like a running joke for the next year that he couldn't have kids or something like that.
Like he was ever going to anyway. No, I'm kidding. That's so.
Is he married?
Yeah, he's not married, is he? I don't think he still.
No, I don't think he is. Dude, imagine if he sees this video.
Hey,
don't watch this video, teacher.
As long as we don't say his name, he can't do anything.
True.
He can't sue us or any of that shit. Because he definitely would. No.
He'll just cry. He'll just cry about all this.
He will just go,
all these stories. Yeah. They're exposing me on the internet.
Uh-oh. I think Cody might have left us. He's frozen.
Cody's.
I think Cody's time has come.
I don't think Cody's here anymore.
No.
Cody's in another realm.
Shit. Cody went to the shadow realm.
Should I call Cody right now?
I think he's
Yeah,
down
you
for the
could.
count.
I do have another story when we're ready.
Okay, let's get an update from Cody.
Yeah, check in on Cody really quick, see how he's doing.
Okay. We'll see if he... Cody!
Yeah.
We're still doing the chit chats. Did your computer die? Okay, is there anything you'd like to say
Well,
to the chit chats?
I can just join Discord again on my phone.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah, that works.
Yeah, that works. Yeah, actually, that's fine. All right. Cool. So
Okay.
Cody will be joining us again in a second.
All right, sweet.
In
We'll
which
see you in a
case,
minute, dude. See ya.
I think I'm going to go ahead and start telling the next story, and then hopefully by the time that Cody rejoins, I'll be able to like finish it or whatever. Anyway, I kind of have like two mini stories. Basically, okay, what was the first one? Okay. They both relate to the middle school band teacher.
Okay.
A lot of stories.
Dude, this guy is infamous.
He is, yeah. I mean, I was mainly thinking of like middle school because I don't have like a lot of stories from high school. I can like barely think of any.
Nor do I.
But-
I just remember just playing and like going to band every day.
Oh, okay.
And,
I
like,
remember
that was
what the
it.
stories are. Yeah, exactly. It was and that was mainly because our band teacher in high school was pretty like chill. Like he wasn't really. I don't think many people like hated him or like any of that. So okay. My first story is like we already established. This band teacher would get like he would get intense. He would kind of get like angry sometimes, right? First day of band. So when we were like transitioning from 5th to 6th grade and we were joining band, like everyone wanted to be in band, or at least like all of like our friends wanted to be in it. So, and I remember Talon specifically was originally going to be in band. He ended up doing choir later, but originally he was going to be in band. First day, we were sitting next to each other in the band room, and the teacher was like telling us about like how band was going to go, like stuff that you're going to do. And me and Talon would just not stop talking to each other, like the whole time. And he would sometimes he would say like, "Oh, let's calm down over here," and we would just keep talking. And eventually, he came up to me and he's just like, "Go outside," and he sent me out of the room.
Go outside.
Go outside. You are
Go
talking
outside.
too much. You are talking way too much.
Way too much, dude.
Yeah,
That's
So-
terrifying.
I know. I was pretty scared, especially considering I basically didn't know him at all. So I was like, man, this is like he could like end my life right now.
I have a similar story to that actually. It was like the
Oh, okay.
first week of band. If you don't mind me just butting in really quick.
That's fine. I have one more after that, but then it's a little one, so you can go ahead.
So I remember it was me and you, Antonio, and we were I think it was like still the first week of band, and we were just getting used to our instruments, and we were kind of goofing off. We were sitting in the front of the class while he was like talking, giving some sort of musical lecture or whatever, and we just didn't give a shit, and so we were just kind of goofing off and doing our own thing. So I remember the music stands. The brand was Manhasset, like like MANHASSET.
Oh, yeah.
I remember this.
Wait, I feel like I know where the story's going.
Oh my god, I'm crying. I
Fuck.
can't even tell the story.
It's so stupid. I remember it too. I did the same thing.
Please continue. I want to hear the rest.
You cover up the H and the ET at the end. It's just bad. Oh my god.
What the
It's
fuck?
so funny.
So stupid. I would do
Man,
that
we
too
used
a
to
lot,
be funny.
all the time. And I'd be like,
And then-
Cody, look, man ass.
Man ass, the funniest thing. This is the funniest thing ever.
Oh my god. It's still the funniest thing ever, apparently.
Yeah, apparently.
Oh, dude,
Wait.
it's so funny.
Wait, so what
Okay,
happened?
I got to tell the rest of the story though. So we were like doing that and like kind of laughing to ourselves in the corner. And also I remember I had my trumpet, and you're not supposed to like, so here's the mouthpiece, right? You're not supposed to bop it. Otherwise it could damage the trumpet.
Yeah.
And I remember I was like doing that lightly, and like he saw me doing it in the middle of his speech, and he turned to me, he was like, "Don't bop your trumpet. Don't bop your trumpet."
Don't fucking bop. Don't fucking bop.
I was waiting for you to do that. I was like, I hope he does that again. Oh shit. Dude, it was intense.
So funny. So good.
He gets
Co-
pissed so easily.
Cody just texted me. He said, Discord is taking a long ass time to re-download, so I'm definitely going to be a second. Or not. Never mind. There he is.
There he is.
Awesome.
I am back.
He's back, boys.
back.
All right, you just missed the doozy of a story, Cody. Sorry
He
to say.
did.
Oh shoot.
Oh, Cody. Cody's back.
It's phone
Cody's
Cody.
keyboard?
It's phone D.
Fuck. Hold on. I don't know how to use Discord.
There you go. Wait, can you orient it? Actually, that's fine.
There you go.
That's fine. So I feel like we should recap that story for Cody really quick, like just shortly. Not the boppy trumpet one, the one before that.
Yeah. Okay. You mean like the one that I was crying of laughter at?
Yeah, that one.
Not 2 minutes ago?
Yeah.
Cody, do you remember the stands, the music stands? The brand was Manhasset.
Yeah, I think so.
And we would cover up the H of the ET at the end. It would just be
Oh my god. Cody remembers.
Nothing makes me laugh more than that.
Man,
I think that's like the peak in our stories from Man. I don't think anything will be funnier.
That's peak comedy.
Yeah, that is peak comedy.
that's his best. That's the best it gets.
Yeah.
Oh my god. We would like use like the folders to like cover up the other like part of it.
Oh my god! Speaking of folders, remember those music folders and how like shitty they were?
I do.
Very.
They were really big. That's all I remember. Like they would get really messed up in my backpack.
Yeah.
But,
oh my god.
Oh my god, man.
You have another story, Antonio?
Yeah, I do. This one's relatively short. Also, we might need to wrap it up soon.
Okay.
So, if you have one more story after me, we can do that, and then we'll have to wrap it up.
Not really a story, but like a mini note about one of the teachers.
Okay. Okay. So my story. So basically, this is like pretty small, but basically, so as we established, he would get mad pretty easily if we were like off task. There were these two guys. Cody knows exactly what I'm about to say. And the reason why is because they were they were both in percussion with us, I think.
Yeah,
right?
they were.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they were like best friends. At least in middle school, they were like best friends. And they were infamous for every day in band class. They would always talk to each other so much to the point where like Mr. I almost said his name. The band teacher. Wait, Donovan, where'd you go?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
My computer died and I switched over to my phone.
Oh,
Hold
shoot.
up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Everyone's
good.
computer's dying, dude.
Sorry.
Too vertical, man. All right. Works for me.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
All right, continue.
All right, sorry. So basically, these two guys would always talk during band class, and the teacher would always notice and like tell them to knock it off. And basically, they would be like trading Pokemon cards or like talking about like video games or whatever.
Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yu-Gi-Oh was also a big one, yeah. And I remember 2 distinct times. One of the times they were talking so much that he literally just took like one of the dry erase markers he had and just threw it at them. Like it was nothing.
Oh my god, that was hilarious.
And then the other one, I just think this is kind of funny. Basically, it would happen every day. And I just remember that it would happen every day. And every day he would always send one of them out, or almost every day. And every time he would always be like, all right, you need to leave. And then the kid would just get up and he would just go,
You need to leave.
Oh, like you wanted everybody to feel sorry for it.
every day.
All right, and that's the Chit Chats, guys. See you guys. See you back.
Yep,
Next
that's
time.
it, guys. Literally every day that would happen, and the whole room would be silent. It was awkward to say the least.
It was so
But-
awkward.
Yeah,
He'd walk out like that with his Pokemon cards in his right hand.
yeah, he was so sad.
And then they would come back in and then do it again.
And do it again, and it was every day. It was like almost every day. Oh my god, it was funny.
You two, if you're watching, you know who you are.
Yeah, if this
You
video ever
know.
surfaces
You
and you
know.
see these, you know who you are.
Did they
Yeah.
both stick with band throughout all of middle school? I feel like they did, right?
I think they
through
did.
middle school. And then
So
once
they just took the abuse from
Yeah.
the teacher then.
I think they liked having a class together. They liked being able to like hang out together during that time, even if it came at the expense of being sent out. You know, they were bros. They were homies.
Oh, I have a really good story. That's
Okay.
kind of funny. You can make it quick.
Okay.
Or wait, but do you have another story?
I was just gonna say, for the high school band teacher we had, I remember about like I was a couple years into band, and at one point I was like, I kind of want to try a new instrument, or just kind of drop the class at this point because it's not really fun. I want to give myself like a break to do other things I wanted to focus on.
Mhm.
And then the teacher at like almost pretty much the end of the year is like, and guys, don't forget to stick around for next year because next year we're going to Disneyland. And I was like, you son of a bitch,
Yeah.
I'm in. And then we didn't go to Disneyland. It was
We
all
did not go to Disneyland.
he lied straight to my fucking face.
We didn't
Yeah.
go to Disneyland because he had a kid. Remember?
Yeah,
we were
he-
gonna go.
Oh,
he should have
okay.
stayed in Fertile. We were gonna go to Disneyland.
It was kind of insensitive of him to have a kid.
Yeah,
when we were
it was.
supposed to go to
I
Disneyland.
took personal offense
Bad time.
Yeah.
to him having a kid because I
It wasn't in my best
he
interest.
promised me Disneyland. I'm going to Disneyland. I still haven't gone to Disneyland.
One day, Dean.
Me
It's
neither.
his fault.
One
It's his
day.
fault.
One day, Cody.
Dean, let's go together.
There you go.
You son of a
Yeah.
bitch.
Perfect.
I'm in.
I'm in.
I
Okay.
remember.
Put her there.
What's
I
up?
remember he got back from his paternity leave, and everybody was like, "Are we still going to Disneyland?" And he was,
And he was like,
"No."
It's like,
He was like,
No.
"No, we're
No,
not.
no,
We're not
no.
going to Disneyland."
all right. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Okay. Cody, tell your story really quick, and then we will have to wrap it up.
Okay. So one day in band, middle school, our teacher, he told the entire percussion section to get an instrument called a tacit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
We spent about like 10-15 minutes rummaging around everywhere, trying to like holding up different things, just being like, "Hey, is this it? Is this
I
it?"
remember that.
And then at the very end, he was just like, "No, that just means don't play."
Yeah.
So he just made an absolute like idiot out of like 12-year-olds.
Yep. And he
Yeah.
felt good about that.
He
Really
felt
good.
That was
Yeah.
his power trip for
That
the
was
day.
that was his alpha move, alpha Chad move.
Chad move. Name an instrument kids know nothing about. Refuse to elaborate.
Yeah. God.
And also, it's not an instrument.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Name something kids know nothing about. Refuse to elaborate.
Dude, he
Step
felt so
2
cool.
or 3.
Awesome.
Profit.
He is a
Felt
virgin.
So cool.
Also, just really quickly, one more thing.
Yeah. What's up?
From school, we were able to play at the Holt Center multiple times, so that's cool.
Yeah, we played at the Holt Center.
It became
Yeah.
it became to the point where I didn't even think it was that big of a deal because we did it every year, and I was just like, "This
Yeah.
is just a normal thing."
You guys,
But in
think
retrospect, that is
you're
pretty
big.
cool.
We
was
played at the
yeah.
Holt Center.
Yeah.
You don't know.
Yeah.
We played crappy,
at least
crappy
what was it?
music
6
at the
times?
Holt Center.
At least
We
6
played,
times.
we played the
played
Star
Hot
Wars.
3 times, I think. It was once
We
every
played the
year.
Incredibles theme.
Yeah, we
We
did.
played that.
We did.
So moral of
Did
the
you?
story,
Didn't
our
think so.
band teacher in middle school was pretty cool.
Hell yeah.
And that is
cool.
where we're going to conclude this episode of Chit Chats. So thank you guys very much for being here today. This was very fun reminiscing about old band stories and Manhasset and the Tasset and getting hit in the balls,
Throwing cheese at those.
throwing cheese out windows and getting yelled at and crying and
Oh, and hiding
A,
shoes.
a lot of things.
a lot of things. So that being said, that's where we're gonna wrap up. So yeah, thank you guys for being here. Thank anyone who watched for watching, and we'll see you in the next episode of Chit Chats.
Bye.
Chit Chat dance. Do the chit chat. Yo, this is the Chit Chat dance. Yo, yo. Welcome back to Chit Chats, everybody. My name is Antonio.
My name is Brennan.
And I'm Donovan.
And let's have a chit chat.
What the fuck, Dean?
Let's do it.
I totally blocked you.
Okay. For some reason, like behind you, Antonio, it was like dark, and then Dean just emerged from the shadow.
I know that was
He's eating a fucking
that was
bell
the point.
pepper.
He is eating a bell pepper. Yes.
Nice bell pepper.
You know what? I still respect that more than you eating a tomato like that. So.
You know what?
You ate a
same.
tomato like that?
What?
You ate a tomato like that just by itself?
Yeah.
That is literally so gross. You are disgusting. You're
You're just gonna get out of here.
human being.
You're not in this episode anymore.
Okay.
Thank you, Dean.
Dean also eats mac and cheese with ketchup, so like his food.
Okay, we're getting sidetracked. That's true though. We are getting sidetracked. So that was the intro. So yeah.
This is fucking show become.
Welcome to Chit Chats. How are you guys doing tonight? Cool. Glad we get these up. These two got jobs, so they're tired from their jobs. I got nothing. My life is barren, but that's
Just
okay. Because you know what? Today we're going to be talking about a time in our lives that wasn't uneventful, but maybe it was more uneventful than it is now, depending on who you ask. But that being said, we're going to talk about high school stories. That's what we're going to do today. Okay?
Hey.
God. Okay, yeah, as we know, we did a middle school episode, and now we're doing a high school episode.
Okay.
So I'm trying to get the energy up, okay?
Really wish I had as
I'm
much
with you, I'm
energy
with
as you
you.
guys, but I don't.
It's okay. We'll get the energy up as soon as we start talking about Brennan's his class where he where he pulled his pants. Someone pulled his pants down in front of everyone. Then he'll get his energy up. Right, Brennan? That happened, right?
No.
Right?
No.
Okay. Well,
That's
No.
a classic story, right?
it's a you know what? We'll manifest it. That actually, I don't know what I'm talking about. So let's go on to stories that actually did happen. You know what, Brennan? Why don't you start? We all went to the same high school as we went to the same middle school. We all went to the same high school. That high school we went to was very close to the middle school we went to.
I have a lot of good stories, but not a lot of them involve
me.
you
And
guys. Well, because a lot of my good stories involve like me and my shop classes.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, you can still.
I have one that involves Cody.
Okay. Yeah, you could tell
So
that.
I'll tell that one. I think I've technically told you guys before, but it's funny. So if I've ever it would be hard to show on camera because it's healed a lot over the years. I have a dent in this finger on the top of my finger, and it happened in shop class, and me and Cody.
Mm-hmm. Everyone knows Cody. He's right there. He's behind Brennan.
God, I
Yeah.
fucking hate people. There's people out in the park. Fucking Cody's out in the park.
Cody's out in the park right now.
He's gonna break your other finger.
God damn it, Cody.
But so we stayed after school because Cody needed help with some projects, and I was already in advanced metals at the time, so he was still in basics. He's like, hey, can you help me with some shit? And I was like, yeah, of course. So I sat after school with him, and I was helping him, showing him how to do wire welding. And we were just going along like normal. And then, by the way, this story gets a little gory. Just FYI.
Boring or gory?
Gory.
Oh, goody. Okay.
Okay.
Can't wait.
And so we're sitting there, and I'm teaching him how to wire weld. And then I was like, I told him, I was like, okay, do the line here on this corner. And so he did it, and I was like, yeah, this looks pretty good, but I think you may have missed a spot over here. Let's go clean it up on the wire wheel. Wire wheel are like these really thick wires that spin really fast, and they clean up metal really nicely. But they're also solid steel wire, and it moves really fast. So I made him walk over to the wire wheel, and I'm like showing him how to clean it. And then like as I'm showing him, I noticed this little speck on the side of the metal, and I was like, damn, should I grind that off and get rid of the chance of it getting caught on the inside of the wire wheel? Nah, I'm sure it'll be fine. So I go to start cleaning it, showing him how to clean it, and it fucking gets caught on the inside of the wire wheel and sucks in the piece of metal and shoots out the back.
Oh shit!
And I was like, oh damn. So I'm all looking around for this piece of metal that's still hot and like, oh, where'd the metal go? You know, and Cody's grabbing my shoulder and he's like, Brennan. And I was like, hold on, I'm just trying to find the metal. Finally, Cody physically grabs me, turns me around and says, look at your hand. And I look at my hand and I cut off a piece of my finger and there's blood dripping
oh my
down my
god!
hand and all over the floor. And Cody's like,
shit.
that's not good.
How did you not feel that?
I didn't feel it at all. And then finally, we now know that I completely cut off the pain receptor, like the nerve, like damaged it.
Oh, okay.
Because like 2
Did you
weeks
freak
later,
out?
no, I was good. Everyone else was freaking out, and I was chilling.
Wait, I'm sorry. Was it just you and Cody, or was there other? Like,
there was no one else. There was one other student in the class who was a junior, and then there was just the 2 teachers.
I'm sorry, you might have mentioned it, but what year was this?
Freshman year.
Oh, this was freshman year. Okay.
Yeah, this was freshman year, second semester, because I was in advanced levels and Cody was basic.
Wow.
Damn.
And so
I remember this.
assistant teacher comes running over and he's like, we need to get you to the nurse's office, and everyone's freaking the fuck out. Cody's kind of just like checking on me. My friend Mason, who was the junior in there at the time, he was freaked out probably the most. He kept checking on me, like, are you okay? You good? You good? You know, stuff like that. So we got it wrapped up, and then he walks me to the nurse's office, and we get there. And by the time we get there, the napkin's like soaked again with blood.
Jeez.
And the nurse is like, oh shit. And so she like starts cleaning it, and she's like, I wonder if you have to get stitches. And I was like, oh, that'll be interesting. And she gets it clean enough to where she can see the wound, and she goes, no, you're not going to need stitches. There's nothing there to stitch. And instead of cutting it, I just like took a chunk out.
Wow.
And so she got it to stop bleeding long enough to get it cleaned like professionally and get a bandage on it. And everyone was super worried about me, and I just said, cool, thanks. And I fucking took the bus home. Went home by myself and shit.
Wow.
What a strong man.
That's crazy.
But like I said, and then randomly, like a week later, we're pretty sure that I killed the like pain receptors and like the nerves because of how deep it was. So I didn't feel a thing for like a week. And randomly, like a week later, just chilling there in class, and all of a sudden I was like, ow, oh, god damn, ow. Like all the pain just flushed at me.
Wow.
Like came rushing at me at once.
It's like your pain receptors were like growing back or something.
Yeah, pretty much. It's like they finally healed and they're like, hey, we're damaged, by the way.
Yeah.
The whole thing.
Yeah.
We're like really damaged, so we're going to need you to feel pain.
Yeah.
Wow. I knew that you got like a chunk of your finger cut off, or like it got cut off somehow, but I didn't know the full story. So
yeah,
that's crazy. Wow, starting off strong. I can only imagine how freaked out Cody was by that. Like, I mean,
I'll never forget Cody grabbing my shoulder because I was bent over, looking for this metal. Cody grabs the shoulder, turns me around, grabs my and says, "Look at your hand." I'm just like, Oh, there's just blood pouring down there.
Yeah.
God.
Oh, we're starting off strong. Just a chunk of Brennan's finger getting cut off.
Yep.
Um,
That's pretty. That's not a lighthearted story. Not as lighthearted
I
as
mean,
I
the
thought
way
it would
that
be.
Brennan told it, I feel like Brennan told it in such a lighthearted way.
Yeah, like no
like,
big deal.
like it was no
Whatever.
big deal. It's just a chunk of my finger cut off from a metal machine.
Mhm.
Um, but you know what? Brennan's still here. He's still doing chit chats, so obviously everything's okay. You know. Um, so that being said, Donovan, do you want to go next?
Sure. Yeah, I can go next.
All right.
This is. I had to run this story by you before we start, Antonio.
Right. Of
Um,
course.
in general, I feel like it's harder for me. I don't know if it's the same for you guys, but I feel like it's harder for me to like think of high school stories, even though it was more recent than middle school stories. I don't know. The middle school stuff just stands out in my mind more for some reason.
I
But
Yeah,
anyways,
certain ways.
yeah. Anyways, so this story takes place in our junior year, and Antonio, you were present for it. Basically, any IB students, so International Baccalaureate students who were like taking like the upper level classes that like got you college credit.
Mhm.
And if you were an IB English or it was IB theater, right?
Yeah. Yes, I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah. So if you were in either of those classes, you could go to the Shakespeare Festival in Ashland. In the
Just
spring.
saying, I wasn't there from that, but I've gone there just like on its own.
Oh
The
yeah, yeah.
Shakespeare
You have.
Festival is in Macbeth.
Hmm. It's
Wow.
pretty.
Oh
It's
yeah,
good. Yeah, they
it's
put on some
fun.
dope plays there. Yeah.
Yeah, we saw three plays and they're all well. The Shakespeare one, I don't think we were
I
too
think. Well, the
crazy over.
Shakespeare one was my least favorite, but it wasn't because it was bad. It just the other
What
one.
did
I
you
liked
guys
the other
see?
ones more.
Do you
Yeah,
It
remember which one you saw?
was. I feel like it was Romeo and Juliet, but it was like kind. They were trying to modernize it, and
Dude,
yeah,
they did that with Macbeth because that's what I went and saw was Macbeth. But the way they did it was to where it's like imagine today's world and technology, but if we never got rid of the idea of king and queens.
See, that's cool.
And so the kids looked like teenagers, like torn jeans, wearing like leather jackets, kind of, and like really like seemed like normal people. But King, like Macbeth had like still like a crown, like a cape, but he was wearing like a tuxedo and shit like that.
Mhm.
I feel
It
like
was
they
really
did a
cool.
similar sort of thing when we went to see it, but like
I don't remember.
it still felt like Shakespeare just because of like the speech and stuff.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. I think I actually almost fell asleep during that play
I
during the
think I
Shakespeare
did
one.
fall, and I
I
feel
think
ashamed
you
of it,
did
but I'm
fall
pretty
asleep.
sure I
I'm pretty sure I
did.
was sitting next to you, Antonio.
I don't think anyone. I don't think anyone noticed besides maybe you and like maybe like one of our friends that was sitting next to us. But like,
Yeah,
I felt embarrassed. I was like, oh shit.
yeah. Well, you have
But
a tendency to fall asleep during stuff. I remember you fell asleep when we went to see a play in like elementary school too.
and I would fall asleep
Not
at
to
the whole
call
center
you.
concerts.
Yeah.
Whenever we weren't playing.
Yeah.
So what can I say? I'm a sleepy boy. You know.
Yeah.
But you know what? Can
Yeah.
you?
And-
No, I'm just kidding. Continue on.
Yeah. Okay. So we were kind of so in between the plays because obviously we weren't watching plays the whole time. We kind of had some moments of freedom where we got to kind of like go out in Ashland and kind of explore
Walk
and look
around.
around. They
Yeah.
have some really nice parks there that we were like. I think we played like ultimate frisbee in one of the parks and stuff like that. Going to different restaurants and stuff. But at one point, me, you, and then three other friends, we decided to walk kind of like out of the boundaries of where the teachers wanted us to go. And we ended up going to like a Dairy Mart or like a basically just a little like drugstore that was out of the boundaries of where the teachers wanted us to go.
Mhm.
Drugs?
And
You guys got drugs?
yes,
No,
we got
no. What?
we got drugs at the drugstore.
Uh, no comment. Okay. Continue.
Yeah, so that part of it honestly is not very like important to the story. What is important though is as we were leaving, one of one of our friends randomly in conversation brought up the topic of like circumcision out of nowhere. And like he was our friend, but he was Brennan looks
Brendan's
weird right
reaction.
now. Somehow circumcision came up. And
Somehow.
and we kind of knew this guy. I mean, like he was our friend, but we didn't know him that well.
We weren't as close to him as you know,
Yeah.
like as like me and Donovan are, like, you know, or like us three. So
Yeah, like I would ask you about
Dude, I
circumcision.
was straight up and be like, damn, instead of saying like he wasn't as close to like the three of us. And
well,
Tony went
I'm
straight for
putting it in perspective because me and Donovan were there.
No,
Look,
I know.
okay, and also because I'm not your friend, Brendan. Okay. Anyway,
Yeah.
continue.
Whoa.
I'm glad we got
Okay.
that out of the way.
Brennan's gonna leave now.
Anyways, continue.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just weird that he brought up circumcision and he asked us if we were circumcised or not, and he was like deadly serious about it. He was like, guys, are you circumcised?
Yeah.
Did you have your foreskin removed? And we're all just kind of like, I think we like took turns like going around and like confirming
I'm
whether
pretty
or not
I'm pretty sure one of the people in our group was female. Also.
Yeah. And so she was just kind of like, yeah, I'm circumcised, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah, when they did mine, it took a little too much off.
Yeah, a little too much.
Yeah, it was just kind of a weird bonding, I guess you could call it a bonding moment with someone who I'll probably never talk to ever again.
So,
and also the way I found out that some of my friends were circumcised or not.
The funny thing is, the whole situation is funny, but from my perspective, what was funny is that I was kind of zoning out at this point, like for whatever reason. So I didn't hear him ask this.
And Tony was falling asleep.
I was falling asleep during the conversation. And so I didn't hear him ask this question. So the first thing I noticed was everyone's reaction, and then him just smiling at everyone. and then like I think you caught me up. You were like, he just asked us if we were circumcised, and I was like, oh.
Oh, interesting. Interesting topic. For some reason, it was just like it was so serious a topic to him. He was just like, I need to know. Like, in order for me to be friends with you guys, I need to know if
it's
you're
a little
circumcised.
out of left field, you know.
Yeah, a little bit. And before you ask, I will neither confirm or deny if Antonio is circumcised. So don't come run into my DM.
You were circumcised, but no, you're putting it on me. So thank you, appreciate that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like that's oddly enough. This might make me sound weird. I feel like that's a question that like I would ask you guys like when we're like sleeping over at one of our houses, like just in the middle of the night.
Well, you mean like a sleepover question?
Yeah. I feel like that like in my mind that wouldn't be weird in that scenario, but in the scenario that we were in when he asked, it was a little like
right.
You know,
it was just the setting. It was the setting that made it weird.
Yeah. At the Shakespeare Festival in Ashland, Oregon.
Festival.
Yeah, he was just walking with it. He was like, "It's time. It's time.
I need to ask."
Yeah,
he's cool though. I do.
No,
he's a cool guy.
He's a cool guy. No, this is definitely not like in bad spirit. This story.
Yeah.
You know? But anyway, I have a story that I could tell if you guys don't mind. So okay, yeah, I think I will. Yeah, I'll tell this story first. So this one's a lighthearted one, and I feel like it's one that I say this every time, but I feel like it's one that I have told you guys at some point before, but maybe you forgot or maybe I've never said it. It's a story that I'm not super proud of. So one day during lunch, our school was by like a variety of different fast food places. There was a Taco Bell, there was a McDonald's, there was a Carl's Jr. And during Carl's Jr., they would serve like these like little lunch boxes, right? Like for like $5. So a lot of people would go to Carl's Jr. and get lunch there, including myself. So one day I went there to get lunch, and I think I had already. Well, no, I think actually I had already eaten lunch, and I was going with a group of someone else, a group of other people who were actually eating lunch there. The reason why I say that is because I remember I didn't buy any food, but at one point they were calling a number because you know how they would like have like the to go numbers, and then they would be like, oh, when someone's order was done, they would call their number. They were calling a number and no one was picking it up, and that was like a common thing that would happen. But then usually it would just take like someone a second, like, oh, I didn't hear my number getting called, and then they would come up and get their food. But at this point, no one was going up to get their food, and so this fast food employee was just like, hey, I got your food. Anyone here? The number? I don't remember what number it was. But then at one point, I saw the number. Like I saw just the card that had the number on it in the corner, like by like the drink machine, and no one had claimed it. No one was holding on to it. It was just sitting there. And so I did something a little devious. I got the number and I claimed it to be mine,
Bruh.
and the employee didn't know.
I remember that.
You do remember this?
Antonio yoinked some fucking girls junior.
I did, yeah. It's called business. It's called, what is it called? What do they call that? It's called
It's just good business.
It's called the hustle. It's called the hustle. That's what they call it. That's what it's called.
It's called stealing.
It's no, that's a little harsh. I don't know if I'd say that. No, so so yeah, I got this food and I ate it, and I was like, you know what, this is great. My thought process was that the person left for some reason and left their number and was like, I don't really want this food anymore. Anyway, not gonna justify doing it. Don't do that. But anyway, so I ate the food and then I went, and then lunch was ending, so I went back to the school, went back to class, and I was sitting in class, and then I kid you not, I was sitting in class, and then this guy that I sat next to, in that class, he came in kind of like later and like sat next to me, and he looked kind of upset, and so I asked him, I was like, hey, what's wrong, dude? You doing all right? And he was like, nah, man, I didn't eat anything during lunch. And I was like, oh, how come? And I was like, well, I went to Carl's Jr. and ordered food, and then I guess someone just took my food. So the guy that I was sitting next to, I took his food, and I didn't tell him. I was just like, oh man, that sucks. I'm sorry.
It would have been even better if you would have been like if you ordered like a certain thing,
Mm-hmm.
If you would have been like, damn man, well that cheeseburger was really good. Wait, what?
I'm just like he's like I'm like, did you order a cheeseburger, fries, a drink, and a cookie? And he's like, yeah. And I was like, oh, that sucks. I'm sorry that someone ate that.
Well, okay. Did you ever tell him that you were the one, or no?
To this day, I don't think he knows. No.
Do you think it would probably clear your conscience if you told him?
Maybe, but nah, it's fine. I'm sure he forgot anyway.
Like 4 years ago,
Dude,
when your meal got stolen from Carl's.
This is a super short story, so I'm not going to count it as a story of mine. But I did that to my friend Zach. I stole him Arizona out of his backpack without ever telling him. And then, like, 20 minutes later, he realized it was gone. He was like, what the fuck? And he was all confused. And, like, a year later, I buy him in Arizona and give it to him. He's like, what's this for? I'm like, the Arizona you lost, like, a year ago out of your backpack. And he goes, you son of a bitch.
So he remembered, like...
Yeah, he remembered. I was like, remember that Arizona that went missing from your backpack like a year ago? And he goes, oh, you son of a bitch.
See, I don't feel like this person would remember that. I feel like it was that long ago, and the only reason I remember is because I was the one that got the food. But hey, this is just a theory. Let's just be a lesson to anyone watching. Don't steal other people's food. That's not very nice. Don't do that.
Well, also don't leave your ticket for your food out in the open where somebody can steal it.
That's another good lesson. Yes, that's very true. Don't do that, because you might have a jerk like me come up and take it, and then who's really to blame at that point? Still
right.
Me, probably. But that being,
I'm almost inclined to say that you aren't at fault, because honestly, I would have made the same choice.
Thank you, appreciate that.
Yeah,
thank you for defending my very, very not horrible decision.
Yeah.
Anyway, Brennan, do you have another story that you would like to tell?
I'm debating whether I want to tell a really fucked up story or just another funny story. So,
It is up to you.
well, my battery's dying, so I guess.
If you would also like Donovan to go before you, that's also fine.
Honestly, I'm still trying to think of a second story.
Okay. Then I'll tell the second one.
Okay.
With a little bit more funny one. It's still a little like iffy, but it's more funny the reaction that we got out of it. So for those of you who know, I'm big as fuck. I'm 6'7".
Okay. Yeah.
I'm huge. I was the biggest guy in school. I eventually grew out the tallest teacher at our school, and everyone's like, "Dude, you're bigger than Mister." And like, so I was officially like the biggest guy at school. And especially near the end of my sophomore year, and then extremely during my junior and senior year, I would get people just randomly threatening to fight me just because they wanted to, because I was the big guy,
Yeah.
So I'd have kids like freshmen and fucking sophomores. Like my senior year, I had one sophomore run up to me, hand me a note, and then start walking off. And all the note said was, "I bet I could beat your ass in a fight." And I just remember looking at him, and he looked at me, and I just went, "Go ahead and try."
Wait, was this like a serious? Like this was completely serious?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
And then
Damn,
I'd be walking on the freaking hallway, and someone would like bump into me, and I stepped on the kid's shoe in front of me, and I saw him clench his fist and turn around so fast, like he was ready to beat the shit out of whoever who like did that. He stopped, saw me, and literally did this, like up at me, and I just remember being like, "Hey, sorry, man, someone tripped me." And then he goes, "You're good, man." And he turns around, and his friend just starts dying laughing, like, "You fucking puss." But those are just examples. The main story, my favorite one was, you guys probably remember a lot of the people I hung out with that were in like the shop class. Like they were all like the big bearded dudes,
I think so,
kind
yeah.
of.
Mm-hmm.
And other than the one girl that was in the class, but it was all like pretty muscular, like pretty bearded dudes I've been friends with for a while. And there was this one guy who, for some odd reason, thought that I was stealing his girlfriend, even though I've talked to his girlfriend, even though like, at that time I talked to his girlfriend like twice. And so he kept telling everyone that he was going to fight me and kept saying all this shit and saying all these things. And one day, I was walking out of metal shop class, and he was walking. You guys remember how like the school we went to? You remember where I had my metal shop class, like the far back of the school.
I think so. Yes.
Remember how there was like that little weird walkway that had like a fence to like the other side, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of.
Yes.
We were walking out of the metal shop, and it was me and all these just big dudes, like all the big shop dudes. So kind of muscular, beards, tall guys. And he comes walking by, and he goes, "Ever talk to my girl again? I'm gonna beat your fucking ass." And he's like, I didn't diss him, like he yells that shit at me, and I was like, "Dude, I don't even fucking talk to your girlfriend. You're full of shit. You just want to start shit." He goes, "Yeah, right. I'd kick your ass." Fucking all these fucking dudes that were in the shop class with me fucking lined up next to me, and we're like, "Well, guess what? We're all on his side, jackass. So keep fucking walking."
Damn, dude.
So he fucking looked at all of us and walked off. Never heard from him again.
That's sick.
Never heard
You
from
had
him
a
again.
posse.
And so I told them all the next day. I was like, thanks. I was like, yeah, thanks for that, guys. And they're like, yeah, dude, well, he fucked with one of us, so he's gonna have the whole metal shop class on his ass.
Damn.
Always got your
Gang
back.
shit, dude.
But it was just so funny just seeing him like talking shit, and he was like, "Yeah, go ahead and try, dumbass. We're all on his side."
Damn.
And it was like, a little bit later, I'll tell you who, and you'll even laugh harder when I tell you who was there. Not to say names on camera.
Needless to say, we are going to ask who it was after we're done recording.
Oh yeah, and once I tell you, you're gonna be like, "Oh shit."
I want to make a guess after we're done as to who it was.
That's fun.
I have no idea who.
But so that was fun.
I bet you could like go toe to toe with anybody in the school and probably knock them out.
I honestly can't think of like.
That's the thing is that I may not be that good at fighting, But with my size, if you better get me first or get away from me, because the second I get my hand on you, I'm not letting go.
Yeah, because you have brute strength, dude. Like
Yeah.
you have that, and people would not be able to like handle it unless they were like really
I'll
strong.
pull a fucking kung fu handler. What are you gonna do?
You were
You
born, like,
big guys sit on me.
Exactly. Yeah.
when you were born, Brennan, like your stats, like you had like extra points in the attack category.
You did not start at level 1. You started at like level 5.
Yeah, they took it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, they took it out. They took the points out of the speed category and put it in the fucking strength.
Strength category. Damn. Oh wow. Yeah, dude. Don't mess with Brennan.
Don't mess with Brennan.
But to be honest, I could beat you up, Brennan. No I'm kidding. No, I'm
With a
kidding.
baseball bat, maybe.
With that baseball bat that Dean almost used to smash my
Yeah.
laptop.
I
Yeah,
have a,
Exactly.
I have a bigger, heavier one.
exactly. And you have swords. You literally
And
have
you
a
have a
sword up
katana.
there on your wall.
Okay, well that one's foam, but that one and that one are real.
Yeah.
And also
Still.
depending how tomorrow might go, depending on whether it's raining or not, I might be buying another one.
Damn.
Remind me never to go to your room alone with you, Brennan.
Yeah, you too.
So I have this one and that one, which are both plastic foam cosplay swords. And then I have an actual Gladius on that wall. And then I have Ronin's sword from the Avengers Infinity War.
No way.
Shit over there.
Whoa. Dope.
That's sick. Damn. I really want to know who that person is now, but we have to move on. We can't say it. Don't want to
No.
out anyone here. Oh, shit, what the fuck? Anyway, Donovan, do you have another story you want to tell?
You know, I don't know if I have a story. I just like have like a series of experiences and that I want to talk about, I guess.
Yeah, if you have like
Yeah.
some small like stuff you want to discuss, that's fine.
Well, I think you can this is one that you can contribute to because I just wanted to talk about like NHS in general.
Oh,
'Cause
I thought about that, but I didn't really know what we would talk about regarding it. But actually,
we don't
I feel
really
like-
have like a specific story, just like a lot of inside jokes and stuff that we had from it. I think.
yeah, because I feel like me and you. So NHS, for anyone that doesn't know, and Brendan, I don't know if you know, National Honor Society. It's
Oh, yeah.
basically a bunch of overachievers. And
I think we were like the most underachiever of the overachievers.
that's what I was gonna say. I think that me and you kind of stuck out in that group because
Yeah,
it was
like-
a lot of that. It was a lot of like like higher ranking students, whatever you would call them.
Right.
Mainly just people that would like put in a lot of like extra work or like because not everyone that was like had like high grades was in it. It was only like it was only people that basically that wanted to be in it.
Well, it was high grade. It was based on grades whether or not you got in. I'm pretty sure you had to get like a certain GPA and like take a certain number of like advanced classes, and then that made you eligible. And the only reason that we got in is because we were just book smart. We just had the good grades because we did well in.
Yeah, and what I meant is like not everyone that had good grades was in it. Like there were certain people that just were in it. So you had to want to be in it if you wanted to do it. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
I think we wanted to do it because it felt like something good to like have on our transcripts or like school
College
documents and stuff.
Honestly, I just did it for the college resume, but part of it was that you had to do like the community service stuff too and get a certain number of service hours, and that was like really. Yeah, I don't think it was hard. It was just like annoying at times.
Yeah,
there was like multiple times where I was like, how can I forge this so that I can like get people's signatures to get the most number of
horrible people. No, it was. I mean, like in retrospect, I feel like it wasn't too big of a thing that we had to do, but it was still like at the time we were like just like, oh man, I don't want to. Like we have to go volunteer. This is why can't they just give us the why can't we just be in National Honor Society and not do anything? But we had some fun times.
We had like monthly meetings and that's it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we had like and I remember something funny that sorry, I don't mean to like take over. I know you were talking about it. But like I remember a lot of times we would forget that the meetings were gonna happen because I think they would always be on like the second Thursday of the month. And a lot of times me and you would just be like, did you remember there was a meeting today? And we'd be like, no. And then we either would just not go or we'd show up like late.
Yeah, I
Um
remember that.
yeah.
We just were not very like hooked into it. I do want to give a shout out though, because like literally that's all I had to say is just like that we were in NHS and like we were kind of shit at it. But I do want to give a shout out to Bear Hat Lady.
Bear Hat Lady. Oh shoot. I forgot about Bear Hat Lady.
Is that even a story or is that just a dumb inside joke?
It's kind of both.
Both. I mean, okay, so like we volunteered at this food kitchen for homeless people and needy people in our community in Eugene. And
Brennan,
basically all we did was just like prepare food and like
What's
pack
up, Brennan?
up food.
The way he said that, homeless people, needy people.
Yeah. It was.
I mean, that's how. What do you want me to say? They were needy.
Great way of describing it, Donovan.
They were in need, right?
They were in need. They needed
people who needed stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
People who needed food but could not afford it in the community, and there was just this one woman who was there like every single night that we volunteered to do stuff there, and she just always wore this stupid bear hat. That's it.
See, what Donovan needs is that she would always wear a sort of like headpiece that kind of was like had like little bear ears, and it was cute. You know, it wasn't stupid. That's a little rude. It was this cute, you know, little quirky little like headpiece, like beanie almost. Yeah, it was pretty stupid. No, I'm kidding.
We definitely brought life to that kitchen though, because like it was a lot of like adults and like college students, and we were just kind of there, and we were like, when can we leave? And so we would just kind of like joke around the whole time, and we didn't really care like what people around us thought. And so I feel like we kind of like we were kind of the life of the party there.
Yeah, we're kind of outing ourselves here.
We kind of are.
We still did work, but we, you know, like me and Donovan talked to each other a lot, and like I wouldn't say we were on task 100% of the time, like fully.
No.
But at one point, there was that lady who wore a bear hat, and at one point, we were talking to me and Donovan were like talking to each other, and we were like talking about like the people that volunteer with us commonly, and then I think I don't remember which one of it was, but one of us was just like, you know, like the bear hat lady.
I think it was me because I
and
was
we
like,
immediately both
we
knew
never
what we were
talked
talking
about it before, but like I just like I thought about it every single time we went. Like, oh, she's here again. Oh my god.
Yeah, she was always there. She was a constant. You know.
Yeah, she was there like every single night.
Yeah.
And I
then
think
we just bust up laughing.
Acknowledging her existence was just like so hilarious for some reason.
Yeah, because after we would volunteer, pretty much every time, like me and Donovan would like hang out and like go get food or something. And so just one night when we were doing that, we would just like we just cracked up laughing from just the bear hat lady.
Yeah, we got Dean to go a few times too.
Yeah, Dean went with us pretty often.
Yeah,
and that was. Like, I guess that is kind of like a high school story, right? Because we did that because of like something from our high school.
Well, okay, I guess a real story having to do with that is one time we were like packing meat and we had to take meat out of these boxes, and some of the meat was like spoiled, and we got this one box of meat one time where like all the meat in the box was just disgusting. It was like moldy and gross, and like nobody could eat it.
Why were we giving it to homeless people?
I don't know.
No one wants this, so let's just give it to them. That's so horrible.
No, okay, but we got rid of that meat though, because we were like we can't use that meat obviously. And I
Okay.
just remember we were like cracking up laughing because we were like, oh, it's the cursed box. You can't get a cursed box.
Oh, the bacon. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, yeah. No, I remember. No, I know. It's coming back to me now.
There might be more of that story than
We
that.
weren't packaging spoiled food, but every once in a while, one of the the meat packages that we would get would be spoiled, and then we would throw those away.
Because it was all donated. So like people
Yeah.
might have donated
Yeah.
stuff that was out of date.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, there was like a box where like all of it was just spoiled, and we
Yeah.
just called it the cursed box.
Cursed box.
Man,
And then we would go grab a new box and be like, oh, is it cursed? Oh.
Yeah. That was specifically. I remember Dean was there for that.
Yeah, he was. That was fun though.
What?
That was fun times though. Anyways,
Yeah.
I feel like that was kind of a ramble, but
No, it's fine. Brendan, did you enjoy that? Did you enjoy that story?
I
Yeah.
don't think Brendan was paying attention.
I think Brendan's looking at his cut finger, just like
Yeah,
reminiscing
he is.
about his chunk of finger that's gone.
He checked out just like you checked out of the Shakespeare Festival.
I had to wait for you guys. I had to wait for you guys to catch up. It lagged super bad.
Oh.
And you guys both froze, and then like no one was talking, and so I had to wait for it to catch up. So finally, all at once, I heard Antonio say super fast. Did you enjoy that story?
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yes, that was very interesting. Very interesting.
Cool. Glad you liked it.
The bear hat
This is a
lady
great.
will go
This is
down.
a great episode. I love this episode. of Chit
The
Chats.
bear hat lady will go down in history.
Yes, she
Bear
will. She really will. She's up there with the greats. Miss you, Bishop. I don't know if she might be. I don't know if she's dead. Anyway, let's.
He's not dead. I hope he's still volunteering.
I hope
nightly.
she's anyway. Let's. This episode has been. I think we've been going for a while. So I think.
For about an hour.
I think if you guys don't mind, I think I might tell my last story, and then I think we might wrap it up.
Okay.
That's fine.
But okay, so this is. I'm debating if I want to call Dean in for this because this is kind of more Dean's story. But I was
It's just
there.
going to
for
take
it.
more time.
Yeah, exactly.
Do it. No, do it.
I'll see. I'll start telling it. I'll see. Dean, come in my room. I'll start telling it, and I'll.
No, don't tell Dean to come in the room.
No, I did. It's too late. It's too late. Okay. So
he's gonna bust on the door and be like, the milkman's here.
I'll set it up, right? So Dean and I used to TA, teacher assist, for one of our old teachers. And so like for one period of class, we would like just stay in his room and like kind of help him grade papers or print out stuff or staple stuff, whatever he needed us to do. But a lot of time, he was a pretty chill teacher. So like a lot of times we would just kind of like goof off or do homework. And there was one time when like, this is sort of a tangent, but one time we were just like alone in his room. He was like out of the room for some reason. I think he might have been at a meeting. And so we just took the opportunity and we were just like kind of goofing off. And then we decided to like take pictures of us in the, like we decided to recreate scenes from Drake and Josh like in his room. Specifically from this episode where they like run over Oprah. Anyway, that's a quick tangent, but the main story that I want to tell, and I was going to call in Dean, but I think he might be busy. So one day, Dean left the room to go to the bathroom, and it was just me in there, and I was just doing homework. And then when Dean came back, he was like laughing, and I was like, "What's so funny?" And he kind of was just like, "I need to show you. I don't want to tell you. I need to show you." So I was like, "Okay, I don't know what you mean." And so he was like, "Give me your phone." And I was like, "What?" I was like, "Okay." So I think he took my phone, took it to the bathroom because that's where. Yeah, he took it to the bathroom, and the whole time I was like, "I don't know what he's doing." He comes. I don't know why he couldn't just use his phone, but he used my phone, took a picture of it of whatever he saw, and he showed me what he had saw in the bathroom was a condom probably used on the floor of the bathroom and a bathroom pass strategically placed next to it, almost to just imply that the person used the bathroom pass for whatever teacher this was to go to the bathroom, and you can connect the dots from there.
Damn.
So I do have the picture that he took, but I don't think I'm going to show it.
You need to show us that after the video.
I'm good.
So in case you don't understand, someone had sex in the bathroom and used the bathroom pass as an excuse to go to the bathroom and have sex. That's what happened. That's what happened at our high school.
I'm not surprised. Those bathrooms were filthy most of the time. Like people would smoke and vape and have sex and whatever else in
Not
those
me,
Oh
bathrooms.
yeah, I knew people that would have sex in the metal shop bathroom, and I wanted to kill them for it.
Ugh.
I just don't like. Look, people can do whatever they want, right? But at the same time, really in the school bathroom, out of anywhere, like
Living like Larry, Antonio. Living like Larry.
living like something.
Honestly, it ruins the bathroom experience. Just why even go to the bathroom at that point?
Well, I just don't like. I feel like it's mainly because like they're struggling to like find privacy, right?
I'm trying to get that bussy.
That
Do it after school somewhere else. So I don't know.
Well, I just don't like because I'm trying to like justify it, and I don't know why I'm trying to justify it. Like, I think the thought process is like, oh, we're too young to like, we still live with our parents. We can't go. We can't have sex at anyone's house because our parents are going to be there. So let's go to the bathroom of our school, and hopefully no one will come in, and then they do it, and that's why people have sex in the bathroom. That's my hypothesis, at least.
That's my hypotenuse.
Yeah, that's my thesis. That's my
Thanks for
final
your
thesis.
talk.
Yeah, but no, I'm sorry, I can't support it. I'm sorry. Do it in your car. Even I think that's even more acceptable. Just don't do it in the
Well,
bathroom.
if they didn't have a car though, what then? Like their bike?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just not in the back. You know what?
Do
Let
it in
this-
the bike path.
Let this be a lesson
Don't do it.
to anyone watching. If you mess with tall people, or
If you all need a place to fuck and you don't have a car or a school bathroom, Antonio's backyard address is not.
no, you know what? This episode's going to end now. I've decided. So thank you,
You know
guys
what?
for watching.
This episode's been sponsored by
This episode was
Trojan condoms.
this episode was freaking all over the place. My head has just been like in a strew today. Is that the phrase? It's been very discombobulated today. So excuse me if this episode has been kind of all over the place. But I had fun. I hope you guys had fun, because I had fun. I just like talking to y'all. Y'all are
Yeah.
some good people to talk to. So that being said, we're gonna end this because everyone's getting tired. It's pretty late. So that's our high school
We're all
experience.
gonna lose an
everybody.
hour of sleep tonight too, guys.
What?
We're all losing an hour of sleep tonight too.
That's true.
Oh yeah,
That's true.
fun.
I don't know when, but yeah, no, it's gonna be daylight savings time, pretty soon from the day that this is being recorded. So that being said,
Usually the clock usually goes back once it hits 2 and goes back to 1.
but it's not going back; it's going forward.
So no, it'll go from 2 to 3 instantly.
Yes.
Okay, we should talk about this after the chit chat.
Yeah. Woo, yeah, Chit Chats. Woo. Okay, cool. All right, so that's going to end this episode of Chit Chats. This went on for way too long. Hope you enjoyed either way. I can't move too fast. You're too late. We're ending the episode now. Dean, tell us about the condom you saw in the bathroom really quick.
So one time.
So this episode's not over, actually.
So the episode. One time.
No. Thank you everybody for watching. This has been Chit Chats. Antonio's stop the video. Stop the video. Click stop. Click stop. Stop. Stop.
Chit
Stop.
Chats
Stop. Stop.
is.
Stop.
Woo! Yeah!
Dean,
I'll do the dance of the memes. I'll do the dance of the memes and
Yeah.
end the episode already.
Who wants to say it?
Donovan does.
I do.
Donovan.
Okay.
Donovan
I
really
guess I
wants
do.
to say it.
I really want to say it right now.
Okay.
Says
All
the
right.
wrong word.
Let's. Oh.
Yeah, you better not fuck it up, Donovan. All right.
I just might.
Just to fuck with us.
Mm-hmm.
If you do, we're gonna restart every time until you get it right.
Delete the episode. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Do it. Do your
Okay.
thing.
Welcome back to Chit Chats, everybody. My name is Antonio.
My name is Gregory.
I'm Cody.
And I'm Donovan. And let's have a chit chat.
Okay. Phew. Okay. Good.
I was starting to
We're
get
good.
worried there. We
We're
didn't
good.
establish an
Yeah,
order.
I know we didn't
Yeah, we
establish
didn't.
an order. I guess we usually do. So, but we
It's
did.
fine.
But you guys adapted. I'm very proud of you.
I was like really like,
you.
is Cody gonna go first or is Gregory gonna go first? Like I
Yeah.
don't know. It
Yeah,
was really
You're
tense
just
there
gone
for
a
a
full
second.
half an hour without saying anything.
Mix it in.
we got. Yeah, we. Yeah,
That'd
just
be awesome.
And thanks for watching today's episode. You still don't know who we are.
yeah.
And
Just know
bye-bye.
who I am. Yeah. Damn. All right. Well, we are here now. So, guys, welcome to Chit Chats. We have, three. You guys have all been in episodes before. And I wanted to bring you guys all together today because, we all share a commonality between the four of us. We all attended Danabo Elementary School when we were youngins. That's right. I just name dropped it. I doxed it.
You doxed them.
Yeah, everyone's gonna go after it now. Everyone's gonna go up to the Danabo Elementary School.
It's a good thing they built those walls.
That's very true. Yeah, they were preparing. They knew.
Well, if they're looking for us, they're not gonna find us there anymore.
No.
Unfortunately.
Yeah,
not.
luckily we
I would.
graduated.
Yeah, yeah.
I
Thank
was
God
kind of
for
worried
that.
about Cody. I wasn't sure if he was gonna graduate, but he did. He got out.
Dude.
Mr.
What
Smith
the
didn't hold
hell?
him back.
Yeah. Good
Yeah,
job.
Yeah.
and that sounds like that sounds like an insult, but it's like we just wanted you to progress with us, So it's like it's a compliment. No.
Mhm.
Right? Yeah. No. Yeah. So we all went
Be a-
to we all went to Danabo, and I wanted to talk about just like memories that we all remember from that era because it's been a while, and I'm just kind of curious what we all remember. We might all have like varying experiences, but I think that'll. But generally speaking, like we all, we all hung out. We all have some like common stuff that we remember. So we can talk about that. And I have some like general topics that we could potentially talk about, but I'm only gonna like really bring those up if we can't think of anything else. So I guess to start off, does anyone have like a story that like really stands out that they want to talk about?
Well, first, really quickly, I like to just to make sure we were. How old were we?
Oh, I guess
Like,
let's
5
establish
to
kind of like
10?
the timeline here, right? Because
Yeah.
this is where we all met each other. I think like it's safe to say that,
Uh-huh.
right? But we all met each other at different times and in different ways. So like, if I'm not mistaken, I think Donovan and Gregory, you guys were like friends, like pretty much first
Kindergarten.
since kindergarten, right?
Kindergarten.
Donovan wasn't my very first friend. Andrew actually was, and then Donovan.
Right.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Mhm.
Andrew was also in the way they did kindergarten at our school was AM and PM classes.
Right.
Because there was only
Yeah.
a certain number of teachers that could do it.
Right.
So Antonio, you were a PM.
I was
kid,
PM.
weren't you?
hmm
We
Yeah.
both
Donovan.
AM.
And that was the moment where I
I
was
was
established
AM.
as not a morning person.
I was
Yeah.
AM.
And Cody was AM, yeah. Wait, so Cody,
Yeah.
so you were always like you were always at
He was
Danabo as
there.
well.
I think
Yes,
I think
I
we
was
knew of
always
his
at
existence. We just
Danabo. I
didn't talk.
remember first meeting Donovan and Antonio by the wall ball.
The
Walls.
wall ball. Dude, I don't even remember
Yeah,
doing that
wall
really
ball.
ever. So that's interesting.
I remember it. And I remember I was just like, "What are you guys doing?" And they're like, "Oh, we're just
hanging out, and I was like, "Can I?"
Dude, we
And
used to
they're
hang out by the wall ball all the time.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
that was
we would
that
literally
was
do
fun.
I guess we'll
nothing
establish.
but-
Yeah, there were these like in the playground of Danabo. There were these like two big walls, and they were meant. I think they were meant for playing wall ball, but not. That wasn't always like what they were used for. We'll
Yeah,
get
I
into
remember
that
them-
later. But yeah, what were you gonna say?
I was gonna say I remember them being more of an obstacle for people playing tag and stuff. I don't
Yeah.
actually remember
Oh, yeah,
all that many
definitely.
people playing wall ball itself,
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and also
Everybody played Foursquare. Foursquare was like all the rage.
Oh yeah,
and
or Foursquare,
tetherball.
yeah.
oh,
I never-
Andrew
I
was
never-
like
I
God
never-
at tetherball.
I never played. I did play tetherball. That was fun. I do remember playing
That
tetherball.
was fun.
Yeah, but I never fucked with wall ball. I'm gonna be honest.
I always thought that I always had this perception that Foursquare was like this thing for like the cool kids, and like only the cool kids could play Foursquare, and I just
Oh,
wasn't
right.
cool enough for it.
Like,
Yeah,
damn.
yeah.
So I never
I wasn't
even
cool
played
enough for
Foursquare,
it.
But we did play. We played tetherball.
Yes, I
Yeah.
do remember tetherball. I remember Andrew being really good, but I think that's just because he was just very like like scrappy and like he could hit the ball really hard. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Donovan, you and Gregory, like you guys met each other in kindergarten. I don't remember meeting anyone really of note until first grade, which is when I had a class with Donovan. And Donovan, you were basically like my first like elementary school friend.
Yeah, I remember we met because we were like playing with like this hoop or something.
Yeah,
on
we
the
were playing
playground.
with the hula hoop. We were like rolling it back and forth to each other.
Yeah, and then I think we
that-
went back to class and we were playing some like card game or something, and
Yeah,
like and the teacher was like, "Okay, look for partners." I was like, "I guess this guy."
Yeah,
don't know.
I guess you because we knew each other that way. It's like literally, it's like how like people become friends because like they have the same shoes. It's like that's
Wow,
also
that's how I met Andrew.
exactly yeah right yeah. It's like you meet and you bond over like these very simple things, but it's like
Basically, what I remember with Andrew is like, I noticed we had the same shoes. I was like, hey, dude, we have the same shoes. He's like, oh, yeah, we do. I was like, they make us fast as fuck, don't they?
yeah. And Gregory said fuck.
Word
In
for
that
word.
moment, he was like, we are
Bar
fast
for
as
bar.
fuck. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah.
That
So
was
then
so
School
awesome.
I
Gregory
think
was crazy.
yeah, oh yeah, dude. He was wild. But no, but I think I met Donovan and then I met Gregory through Donovan essentially. But see at the time, and I don't know if like anyone else remembers this, but at the time, Gregory, you and Andrew were known as Gregory and Andrew. At least in my mind, like that is how I remember. Like
We
you guys
were.
were
You
inseparable.
were inseparable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you guys were a pair, and I met both.
And then
of you
it
at the
was
same
like
time.
it was like Cody and Nani.
Mm.
Yeah. So
Yes.
also
So
for
then, yeah.
more context, I went to a daycare for like basically most of my childhood, and the daycare was like a 5-minute walk from this
Yeah,
elementary
it was
school.
in the neighborhood that I lived in.
Yeah. So we would just walk there, and so because of that, I guess my real like first ever friend was Nani, the person that I grew up with at this daycare.
Yeah, we're
And
gonna.
then
Sorry,
and then I was just like, oh, there's these two people just hanging out, and just went up and was just like, hey,
Yeah.
and then yeah, and here we
The
are.
rest is history.
Was that in third grade?
That was in second.
Second grade. Okay.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
my earliest memory of Cody was third grade. But
Maybe it was third. I don't know.
I feel
and
like
I-
mine was fourth, but I'm not
It
completely
definitely
sure.
wasn't fourth.
I think it was third because I'm pretty sure.
Oh, yeah, that does make sense.
I'm pretty sure we both had Miss Flip. Or yeah.
Yes.
Should I name drop teachers? Do you think is that appropriate? Like, because it's not like we're bringing them up in a negative context. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think it's fine.
I think it's fine.
I don't know. Yeah.
I think they'd be flattered to know that we still remember.
That's true. Yeah. So Miss Flick, yes. And Cody, you were in that class too, I believe, right?
I don't remember. Was that third grade?
That was third grade. Yeah.
I don't remember who I had for third grade.
Okay. Well, that's where at
So-
least I thought I remember like we had the same class back then, but I don't,
Mhm.
maybe not. But either way, I remember third grade specifically meeting Cody, and that's where like that's how the timeline all, or at least like
Converged.
really well acquainting myself with Cody. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then prior to all of this happening, was not like heavily, but like I was definitely bullied by people, and yeah,
Really?
that wasn't fun. Yeah.
I'm curious if you
Wow,
remember. Well, okay. Sorry, go ahead.
Well, maybe it wasn't, but it was definitely like teasing because I was like, I was always the kid for like tag, like because I was like bigger and I couldn't run fast.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And so
anyways.
you would be the one that would like get tagged first, and then they would
Yeah.
just run away from you.
I mean, the
man.
thing is that
Kids are so mean.
well, yeah, and even if like you can like think of it like in retrospect, it was kind of like light teasing. That's still like it leaves an impression on you when you're young, and it does feel like you're probably being like singled out, and it does not feel good.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm curious because I know of this one person that you've brought up before, Cody. From a long time ago that
Here, come
I don't
here.
personally remember, but I do
Make a
remember.
little cameo.
Oh,
He
no
wants to
way.
make
Dude. And
Keaton.
Keaton goes to Danabo right now. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, so he can relate.
No. He did go to Danabo though.
He did go to Danabo though. Yeah, that's true.
All right, get out of here.
We'll have Keaton on another time. I've been meaning to have Keaton on an episode.
Crazy episode.
That'll be a crazy episode. Yeah.
That'll be a goofy episode. Holy shit.
But yeah, but Cody, you always talk of this one specific person that I don't think we'll bring up just because it is a little bit more negative, I suppose. But like that you remember that I think you say it was one of the people that bullied you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I know who you're talking about.
Yeah. And there's just
Wherever
such an
they are,
elusive person to me.
I hope they're doing good.
I hope they're doing bad. I hope that they're struggling right now.
Whoa.
I hope that
I hope they're doing good.
Yeah, I hope that they peaked in elementary school.
Nobody messes with Cody and gets away with it.
Nobody.
Peaking in elementary school.
That's rough. That is rough. If that's true, I don't even know if that's. I don't know. But yeah. So okay. So we have the general timeline sort of laid out, right? What is like one of like the earliest memories that you guys have like from throughout elementary school? Like what is like one of the more like standout ones, but it's like as early as you can remember?
Man, I remember something from kindergarten. Like I think it was one of the first things I remember in my life in general.
Wow.
Also,
Okay.
I'm getting like really bad feedback from one of you guys. I can hear myself speaking every word.
That might be me actually.
But whatever.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to just ignore it.
Wait,
but
can you guys?
Yeah, I remember we were like.
Hold on. Is it still like talk?
Gregory's just loading my screen.
Now
Is
I
it-
can't
keep
hear you,
talk-
Antonio.
Do you still get the feedback though when
Yeah, do
he's
you
muted?
Yeah.
No,
Okay. So it's probably me
no
then.
feedback.
Okay, wait, I'm gonna
We
take a
also
second
can't
to-
hear you, Antonio.
Yeah, I know. Well, I've been having mic issues, so how does it sound now? Like,
Yeah.
do I sound clear?
Yeah, you sound
Yeah,
clear.
you sound clear.
Do you still hear the feedback?
It seems to be a little better.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't really
because
hear
yeah,
myself
there's like a
anymore.
little thing that like there's this cord on my mic here, and it'll get like unhinged a little bit, and then that'll happen. So like yeah, if that does
Okay.
happen, let me know because that does happen also in recording. So
Mm.
I need to make sure that that doesn't happen. But anyway, Donovan, you were saying.
Sorry. Yeah. So this isn't like super like significant or anything, but I do remember being in kindergarten. I think one of my first memories, like just in life in general, was sitting in like a dark classroom and we were watching like this Christmas movie. I think it was like All of the Other Reindeer.
Oh,
I remember
do
like
remember that.
watching that. Yeah,
Yes.
that was like one of my first memories. Other than that, I think like meeting you was probably the next like most significant thing that I can still
Oh, I
think
know.
of.
Oh, I
that
know.
was
Yeah. No, I
I
figured. No.
I think the earliest thing for me was either meeting Andrew, like I wish I could find the pair of shoes we were wearing. I'd buy those son of bitches right now. They're probably fire.
I was gonna say, do you think you still like I was like curious if you still had the original pair?
Oh god, I wish.
Yeah.
So it was either meeting him,
Mhm.
and I also have a memory of like there was like a story time, teacher reading the book to a whole class, and I remember we had the flip cards on how our mood, like how we were behaving in the class for the day. I remember my card getting changed from a green to a yellow and being
Oh.
devastated.
Oh.
It was
You
like
were a
God.
bad boy.
Yeah.
it was
Okay.
the first
so,
time ever. I was like, no,
Yeah,
this
so, okay.
can't be happening. This is my downfall.
No, you're like, no, you can't do this to me. No, so okay, for context, yeah.
Not the
So
yellow
I
card.
believe this was in 4th grade. Like, I don't remember this. Maybe also in 3rd. I don't know. I just remember it specifically in 4th. We had like these cards. So like, if we were like doing good throughout the whole day and like nothing was going wrong with us, we like our card would be green, and that would be like designate like our behavior or whatever, like you were saying. And if you did like something bad, like you would get changed to yellow. And then if you did something bad again or like really bad, it would go to red. And then I think like you'd get like sent to the principal's office or something at that point. Yeah, it was.
I thought
scary.
it was tied to it because I remember kindergarten at least. If your card was green for a certain amount of
was
time,
that
you'd get to pick from the treasure box.
Oh, was that? I didn't. Was that a thing also in
Really
in
quickly,
kindergarten?
I
Mm-hmm.
think
Huh.
the earliest one of the also earliest memories I have was
Yeah.
of that treasure box.
Oh, really?
And our teacher, I forgot her name, but our teacher, like pulling out like this little stuffed like Spider-Man, and it was like
Okay.
the coolest thing ever.
Dude,
Yeah,
and Cody was like, "I need that Spider-Man."
yeah, I wanted it so bad, and I was jealous.
Did
Do you guys remember show and tell? You guys remember we had to do like
Yes.
we have a designated week where we had to do show and tell?
I don't
I
remember
do
that.
not.
No. I don't remember show and tell.
Yeah, that
I
was
do.
that
I
was in
remember.
kindergarten.
I remember I cut out a picture of a Carl's Jr. burger out of a magazine. My thing was like, I like burgers.
I like
awesome.
Fire.
that was your show.
Yeah.
Tell. Hell yeah.
I couldn't,
fire.
Awesome.
I couldn't even think. Like
That's
I don't remember
iconic.
what I brought at all, but like
Yeah, I don't.
I couldn't even
remember.
think what I would bring in.
You should have brought in those
Yeah.
shoes that you.
Your
mentioned.
shoes, your
Yeah.
shoes.
It's
That
like,
would've
all right,
been
everybody,
sick.
nothing's in my hand. Look down at my feet. Look at these bad boys right here.
Yeah.
Check out this drip.
You would have been the most fly elementary schooler, dude.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you guys remember, this is sort of related to that like whole the activity, or no, the what was it called, the treasure box? Yeah. We had like this thing where like if you were bad or like you had something you weren't supposed to have, it would get put in the June box.
Yeah.
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 And then it was like you wouldn't get it until the end of the school year. Like that's why it was called the June box. Did you guys ever have something or like hear of someone like actually getting put in that box?
I remember seeing stuff go into it, but
Yeah.
never like myself or anybody I talked to.
Because I
It
feel
was
like
mainly
that's-
just if a kid was like messing around with something and the teacher was getting frustrated because they just weren't paying attention, and so they'd just be like, "Give it to me, I'm
Right.
putting it in the jukebox." And then
Yeah.
there was like certain things that they would put in the jukebox, like I'm pretty sure like Pokemon cards if they were out,
Oh yeah.
and then also like
Whoa.
Beyblades and shit like that. Like they would be like, "No, that's going in the jukebox. That's an automatic no."
Bakugan.
Bakugan, yeah,
Bakugan.
hell yeah.
They were
just
Cody.
had no
Cody was
tolerance
admiring
for
his
that.
picture of Carl's Jr. burger one day, and they were like, "That's going in the June box." I thought I heard at some point that like someone's phone was gonna be put in the June box or something.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
And I was like, that's like unusually cruel to do something like that. But like, there's no way that like that actually
What
persisted.
grade was the June box?
I thought it
'Cause
was
it's
like almost
I thought it
every
was, like,
grade, but
Yeah, I think it was like kindergarten through like third grade, because I remember it in third grade still.
Mm.
I remember it in 4th grade. for whatever reason. But I don't know. I don't think I think if I did have anything put in it, it was like probably something small. Like it didn't matter. But yeah.
I have.
What's up?
So, kind of a funny story.
Go for it.
So, of the infamous Intro to Law video that
Oh, yes.
Antonio, you, Tycho, Jeff, and Jacob Burris
Yeah.
did. Jacob Burris and I have probably one of like a core memory of mine that I'll never forget is one day in 3rd grade. We went to elementary school with Jacob Burris.
Mm.
One day, just out of nowhere, I went to go sit down, and he legitimately pulled the chair from underneath me, and I fell on my ass. Like
Dude,
the
he
most
was
like
unhinged.
slapstick and like
That's-
legitimately 3rd grade thing you could do,
Yeah.
and we both just died
Oh, man.
laughing.
I'm sorry. Well, I'm sorry. I'm just imagining like Jacob Burris doing that when he's that young and just being like,
Yeah, it was that. It was just that.
He's
And-
always been a little goober.
yeah. He was a silly guy, dude.
A goober is a
Give it back
perfect word
then.
for him.
A goober.
He's a goober.
He was a
But-
goofy goober.
I
But bless him,
remember. I
dude.
remember after that, I was just like, "Oh, someday I will get you back," and I've never gotten him back. And we
And you're still waiting to get him
the
back.
last time that I saw him, like he remembers it very well.
Oh yeah, dude.
He was just like, "Oh,
No
I'm
way.
gonna pull the chair from under you," and we both start laughing.
Dude, that's awesome. That's a
Anyways.
bonding moment. Yeah.
He has to
Jacob
remember,
Burris,
or
if
else
you're watching this, I hope
if
you're
he
doing
ever
good.
forgets about it, he could get got. You show up
Yeah,
out of
that's
nowhere,
true.
and
Yeah, you
Sure,
could catch
cool.
him. You could catch him with his pants down. You know,
Yeah,
or whatever that you know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Yeah. So okay, if you guys, I have like another sort of like general topic that I feel like we can all relate to. The school counselor that worked at
Oh,
at our school,
Oh, yeah.
and his puppets that
Yeah.
that frequented our class, and you know, like just
Slow Down
various
Snail?
various times. Yeah. He had a snail called Slow Down Snail, and a dog called Impulsive Puppy, and he used them as like a means of like kind of just like, you know, facilitating sort of like behavior like that we were supposed to like follow, right?
Mhm.
Like, yeah, but like I feel like
Because he was trying to teach us like not to be impulsive, like Impulsive Puppy, and
Yeah.
to slow down and make educated decisions.
yeah.
Yeah.
And he
That's true.
also would like take the snail and like rub it on people's heads. Do you guys?
That
He
is
was
true.
slime
I
it.
do remember
Like-
that.
he would slime it.
That was a little silly.
Yeah, that was a little silly.
Yeah.
The thing that I actually remember about him the most is
Mm.
when the Ducks song came out. He showed the whole class the Ducks song. I was like, "What does this have to do with?"
Wait,
just liked it.
the duck song. No,
Yeah,
that reminds me of another thing. But yeah, no, I do remember like the duck song. Yeah, that was a big moment. That was a pivotal moment in elementary school. But okay, this is something
He
that I
legit
think
was a really, really good like what was he again? The counselor.
the counselor. Yeah, no, I
He
liked
was
him. I thought he was
really
I thought
good.
he was cool.
I
yeah.
remember I used to have like really bad like attachment issues with my parents, and so like I think it was like the first day of like first or second grade or something.
Mhm.
Like I had to go to his office like with my mom, and he was like explaining to me like with Slow Down Snail, like you got to slow down and remember that you're gonna see your parents after school.
Dude, that's so wholesome.
But I remember
That
just
is
like it
wholesome.
was so like wholesome and like it made me feel better. So he was
Wow.
good at his job.
That's good. Yeah, no, I always felt comfortable around him. Like I thought he was.
Yeah.
But
Another thing
Oh, go
kind of
ahead.
related to Mr. Penny. Oh, or
Yeah.
the counselor.
Well, yeah, I mean, well, yeah,
Whatever.
My bad.
no, well,
Is-
Mr. Quarter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was so right next to his like office was the computer lab,
Mhm.
and I have very distinct memories of. I have a very distinct memory of Antonio, you showing me what Pop Tropica was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I was
Yeah.
like, whoa, what?
Yeah. Oh yeah, because the
That's
computer
crazy.
lab. That was probably in the computer
Yeah.
lab because that was like I think that was like
We-
right next to his office.
We got up to some hijinks in that computer lab. I remember the
Oh,
first
yeah.
time that I saw Nyan Cat. Ellis showed it to me in that computer lab.
Dude, Ellis
Damn.
Ellis was a stinker in elementary school.
That is true.
Yeah.
Oh, I have a few stories about Ellis.
I don't think he
We
would.
gotta get
I don't
to
think he
those.
would deny that. I think he would. He
Nah.
would admit that himself. But yeah, no. We would go in there and like, yeah, he would definitely like goof around on the computers and like probably get in trouble for it. And yeah,
Mhm.
like it was. Yeah. But do you guys remember what was that game? Mario Run.
Oh yeah.
Playing
Run
that in
Mario
the computer
Run.
lab. Yeah. I think
Mhm.
Andrew. I remember Andrew like playing that, and then we all started playing it, something like that.
At 16 games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
Oh, yeah,
go play
cool
Club
math
Penguin
Cool
and
math
too.
games.
All
Yeah.
math games.
Club Penguin. I remember
Club
playing Club
Penguin.
Penguin
Yeah, I was
in
about to
there.
say Club
Yeah.
Penguin.
Yeah. That was that was fun. That was like a treat.
Through the
That was
days.
that was a really big treat. Anytime we got to go in there and just do whatever on the computers. Yeah.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Isn't it crazy that we were technically only in there for like probably like less than 20 minutes?
Yeah, it was not that long.
We had to do as much as we could.
You
in
had
that
to
20
you had to
minutes.
maximize your time, or like
Yeah.
like
At that age, we were just like, oh no, freaking way.
yeah.
We thought it was so cool.
Yeah. Dude, I remember the first time I said frick. I was like, oh, I'm so bad.
Damn, he's a bad boy.
I'm a bad.
I
was a
remember.
bad
I
boy.
remember hearing. I don't know if I remember hearing Talon say "fuck" for the first
Oh,
time.
yeah, we
and
can-
I was,
we can
like,
mention
on
Talon.
the playground where I was like, "Oh my
Yeah.
god!"
What?
He said it.
He said that? What? Yeah, no. Talon was definitely the at least one of the first people I heard swore for real. Like,
Mhm.
yeah, that was a thing. But okay, really quick, I want to bring up because another actually on the topic of Talon, there was another thing relating to the counselor. At one point, he came into our class, and I think Gregory and Cody might remember this. And he came into our class, and this was right around the time when Gangnam Style came out.
Oh.
Oh, no.
Talon was a big fan of Gangnam Style, and he was like, he told Mr. Penn, he told the counselor, he was like, you need to show you got to show this video. It's so good. And then I don't even think the counselor had seen it, but he was just like, okay, yeah, we'll play it or something. And he like recommended it to like the teacher, and then the teacher put it on, and it was just so like Talon could like do the dance like during the class. And like obviously that happened, but then like there's some stuff in the Gangnam Style video that's not very like appropriate for like that age demographic. And I remember like the teacher like visibly like looking at the counselor like, you wanted to show this video? Like, okay. Yeah. That's
Wait,
a
what
memory.
grade was that? In like 5th grade?
That was probably 5th grade. Yeah, I think that was 5th
I
grade.
think that's fourth or fifth.
Man.
Yeah, because I was because I'm pretty sure it was late into elementary school. But yeah, that was a standout memory. That was a goofy memory.
One
trying-
thing from
Go ahead.
Gregor, you go.
Okay. I'm trying to think of what they were called. I can't exactly remember, or specifically what they were even used for. But the Danabo bucks or whatever.
Oh, the way to go tickets.
Yeah, the way to go.
That's
tickets.
another thing I have written down.
Yeah.
Is just like because those were a big deal.
And
You
the
I
remember
remember
those?
self-manager
huge
bracelets.
deal.
You guys remember the self-manager
And the self-manager
bracelets?
bracelets.
I never got one.
You never got. Wait,
What?
wait. Do you guys remember silly bands?
Oh,
That was
The
a
silly
fifth grade
bands.
thing, I think.
Oh, my gosh. The
I had
Monopoly.
bags
That's
and
a
bags
Decked
of silly
out
bands.
in those.
Yeah, I don't think I only ever got like one of those. I remember because I was not like I don't know. I just wasn't really into
Loser.
the craze. I was a loser. Yeah, but
Mm.
yeah, I remember like I'm pretty sure like some girl in the class like saw that I didn't have any, and she like gave me one. She was like, "Here you go, like that's here you have one now." And that
Yeah, it
was
was your charity.
yeah, exactly. I felt like a peasant,
Mm.
but
do you guys ever get Smensels from the?
I got a
Yeah.
couple Smensels in my day. Yeah.
I
They're so
remember.
awesome.
I think I forgot what it was, but I think we were doing like a fundraiser thing, And one of the things you could buy was like an 8-pack of Smencils, and I'm pretty sure I bought that 8-pack.
Oh shoot, dude,
And
you were stacked.
I remember I had them until probably like middle school.
Damn, yeah.
Dude, I think we still have some Spencels.
I'm pretty sure I have
I'm
one
pretty sure.
Spencil somewhere. It's somewhere
Yeah.
at like
That's
my
a
house.
relic.
Yeah.
I
Resale
can
value
never
on that
forget
baby right now.
the cotton candy Spencil.
Or the root
Hold
beer
on.
one.
I
Yeah,
gotta look
the
up if
root
they
beer
still
one.
smell.
I don't remember which one,
They still
but-
sell these things.
I remember I think I got them at the book fair. That's what I remember.
The Scholastic
Wow.
Book Fair.
The
We go like
Scholastic
pick
Book
up
Fair.
like the latest Diver Wimpy Kid, the latest
or
Fly
Captain
Guy,
Underpants.
Captain Underpants.
Or yeah, one of those books. Yeah. those were the shit, dude. Yeah. But yeah,
I
no,
remember my brother.
They still sell the Smencils.
oh thank God.
No
Thank
way.
God
Thank
they
God, I just
still smell the
saw white
Spencils,
skin.
dude.
I remember my
I
brother.
need to be
collected-
sure that current and future generations will be able to experience Spencils.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Experienced Nirvana like we did.
Yeah.
Just sniff those things like sniffing Sharpies, dude.
Just some kids in the back like,
What are you doing, Jeremy?
yeah. It's like I can quit anytime I want.
I remember people would get those and they wouldn't even sharpen them or anything because they didn't want the scent to go away.
Right.
So it's
Yeah.
like if you
I was
sharpen
one of
it,
those
you're just
people.
It
destroying
was
the
just like a
pencil.
novelty. Like you just wanted to keep
You
it.
just keep it in the tube and open them up for
Yeah.
Yeah.
some time.
yeah. Just
That was some kid's like introduction.
I
to that.
remember.
yeah.
I remember the erasers on those things were terrible. Why do I remember that?
They were
They
really
Probably
were
You're probably right.
horrible.
Yeah. No,
you
I
didn't
feel
buy
like
it for the eraser.
some kid out there like first like got high off of weed and was like, this is reminding me of Smencils, and then like that was his gateway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True.
Oh my
No,
god.
oh, this
What-
is.
What were you saying about you and Jared, Gregory?
Oh yeah. You
Oh, I was
brought up-
saying, I remember from the Scholastic Book Fair, Jared got like every Captain Underpants like novel there was. Like,
Wow.
I think they're still releasing them, but everything that came out to that point, he just got all at once and then like binged through them. I was like, out of all books you can choose to read, this is the most Jared book you can pick.
Dude, Captain. I mean, I was there too. I had some Captain Underpants books. You know, like they were kind of edgy, or I felt kind of like you know, like
I remember you would come to school and you'd show me like the Fliporama pages.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah, the
dude, this is
Fliporama.
so
I thought that
cool.
was
And I'd be
awesome.
like,
I thought that was
whoa.
I
super.
forgot
cool.
about that.
I still think like you know for like a kid's book like that's kind of an innovative sort of like idea.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? I think it's
Easy,
kinda
innovative
true.
thing to do.
Yeah. So I have this written down and this isn't like I don't know how much of a story this is, but I just want to bring this up because like I've heard of it multiple times. Andrew will bring up sometimes that there was this time when like Donovan, you were racing him and you like suddenly like went faster than him, and then it was because like
I know what this is.
you were like I farted and I went faster.
That was during
Like-
the jogathon.
That was during okay. So
jogathon!
this will lead us into the jogathon. There we go. Okay, so yeah, it was.
We were doing the jogathon. The jogathon was like a year. Was it? It was yearly, right?
It was
like
yearly.
every
Yeah.
spring
Yeah, it was
we would
yearly.
do it.
Mhm.
And I don't even. It was like the number of times you went around the track in a certain amount of time would be like they donated that amount of money or something. How did it work?
I think so.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like collectively between like all the students that did it, it ended up being like a good amount, something like that.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. But yeah,
Mhm.
that was a big event that we would always do. And I remember like I wasn't a big fan because I wasn't I thought it was fun to like go outside and not have to be in the classroom, but
Mhm.
I did not like running. That like running was never my thing.
Mhm.
But I
Dude,
do
that was the
remember-
last time running was my thing. Like I haven't been into running since the jogathon.
Dude, I mean, like running was kind of like that. Like if you were able to run fast, like you were kind of like you
You were Chad, and
you
it
were
was
Chad,
you know
yeah.
who it was? It was Gregory.
It was
and
Gregory.
Jacob Burris.
And
it
Jacob
was,
Burris
yeah.
was
And
quite a fast
Andrew.
runner. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, was it
I
was
remember
Andrew?
One year,
Yeah, probably.
One year, I remember we were competing to see who could go around the track the most number of times. And I remember coming back to class. I think this was like 4th grade. And Jacob, I was standing next to Jacob, and he was angry for some reason. I was like, dude, what's up? And he was telling me he was angry because he saw you, Gregory, and Andrew. He saw you guys like cutting corners, and he thought that you guys like
What?
cheated and got the most amount of laps.
Damn.
Cutting corners.
That's
Yeah,
contra-
he thought
like
you guys
like
were like cutting corners of the
Okay.
jogathon because it was like a square track, you know.
yeah. That's controversial.
That
Damn.
was a little
That's crazy.
controversial.
I think
I
we need
think I
to
remember.
I wonder if he still holds that.
I think we might need to go to court for that one.
The
Yeah.
thing I remember most about the jogathon was kindergarten. I won the jogathon. Or
Oh.
the AM class.
You like you
And
should've won.
I won wearing cowboy boots.
What?
What?
No way.
You weren't
Yeah.
even wearing your awesome
I didn't-
shoes?
No, I didn't know it was the jogathon day. So like got dressed wearing whatever.
No.
And then it's like, oh, we're going to do the jogathon. I was like, what?
Cowboy
I can't run in
boots.
these bad boys.
Damn. But you still won though. So
yeah.
Yeah.
What can I say?
yeah, that's sick. Yeah, no, I don't remember. Like, yeah, I guess like there was like a winner every time probably, right? But I don't remember like I just remember like going out there doing as best as I could and just being like, yep, that was it.
That was time.
I
for
remember very little of the jogathon.
Yeah, it was a thing, you know. It was I think it was
Yeah.
more, I think it got less and less like exciting the further we got into elementary school probably.
I bet the teachers were very excited. They were like, "Oh, thank God, these kids get to just run around and tire themselves out."
Yeah, that's very true. Yeah, for sure.
Do you guys remember Big Al?
Big Al.
Do I remember Big Al? Do you
We talked
even have
about
to
Big Al
ask?
for a
The
second.
legend.
Yeah.
Oh man, I remember. So he was like our janitor,
Mhm.
just for the viewers who don't know.
Mhm.
And I remember everybody loved him. Like he was just like he was a pretty
Yeah.
quiet guy. He just kind of like kept
He's
to
a big
himself.
bear.
He was a
big
the
teddy
reason
bear,
he was
dude.
called Big Al because he was huge, man. He was probably like 7.5 feet tall or something like that.
Well, and especially
Yeah,
when
that's
you're
what it felt like.
when you're like this small, you know, like that leaves an
Yeah.
impression, you know.
Yeah,
So-
but even so, like he was just a big teddy bear because he was so sweet to all the students, and he'd be like, "Hey, what's up? How you guys doing?"
Yeah. Yeah,
And,
for sure.
I
He was
remember
chill.
when he retired. He retired like I think our 4th grade year or something like
Mhm.
that,
Yeah.
and everybody was so sad. I remember people were literally crying.
That was a
including
gloomy
my
day.
Sister. That was a gloomy.
That was
day.
a sad day.
It
We
was.
held an
Yeah.
assembly
Do
for
something?
him.
Oh yeah, we had an assembly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In memorial of Big Al.
Okay.
No, I mean, I haven't seen him like in the past couple years, but I saw him probably like 4 years ago or something.
Oh,
at,
really?
Like,
Oh, yeah.
wow.
Yeah, probably
Yeah.
because. Well, wait. How? Like.
I think I saw him at like a Shopco. Do you remember the
Oh.
Shopco
Oh.
over by?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know
Costco?
shop. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting.
He's still around. He's just not doing janitorial work anymore.
Speaking of the assemblies, do you remember like the principal would be the person talking and everything? It'd be like, pay attention to the VIP. It's like, what's VIP stand for? It's like very important principal.
Oh
Like
yeah.
every time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was her go-to,
Uh huh.
and it
Mhm.
wasn't that good.
No. Yeah. But yeah, that was what she said. That was at the assemblies.
Yeah.
Because I do remember hearing that, but I don't remember that specifically at the assemblies. But yeah.
And then
Oh.
there were
Just,
we
I
have
have a couple
some
of things.
interesting assemblies too.
Yeah.
I only remember one, and it was the one where the guy with the yo-yo came in. That's the only one I
Very
remember.
important stuff.
Oh yeah. Uh-huh.
Do you guys remember an assembly with like a guy with lasers, or like a group that
Oh
did
my
lasers?
gosh, I do.
Maybe.
Holy shit!
Yeah,
Oh, I
it
do
was like a
remember
laser
that.
show.
That was so insane.
Yeah, I feel like maybe I
Yeah.
remember that. Yeah, that was probably really cool.
Oh.
Yeah.
The main one I remember was the students that were going to Willamette at the time, the high school.
Oh.
They came and
Yeah.
it was like the jazz band or something like that, and they played music.
Oh.
Really?
I,
Crazy.
I don't know
I
if
remember the
Oh.
Wolverine pageant coming in. And
Oh,
dancing.
maybe actually.
And then there was the person who worked in the front office. She was part of a band. She played
Oh.
like saxophone or
Yeah.
something like
Yeah,
that.
I do remember
Yeah.
that.
And
Yeah.
every time she'd be in there doing her horn.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah, we used to
awesome.
have the song.
Yeah, and you
Yeah.
guys remember the Dana Bow?
Do you remember I sent you that like a year ago, Donovan?
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Dana Bow's the
song?
way to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
remember.
you
Wait,
did.
wait. I wonder. Is there like a way to like?
It's on
look up the
YouTube.
lyrics.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it is.
No way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll try to find it and
You
share my
can
screen.
still. You can also still find like old like the newspaper or whatever, the school newspaper.
Oh, dude, the
Right.
the
Remember we were
newsletter.
looking at that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude. Yeah, no, Donovan, you may remember me and you had a little comic strip in that newspaper.
We did. I wanted to talk about that.
Yeah.
Hey, Antonio, do you think I should share my screen? I found some footage. I think
You could do that.
12 years ago.
Yeah, I think it should pick up your screen audio. As long as it's picking up your audio, it should probably pick up your screen audio. But yeah.
Oh my gosh, I want to see this.
All right, let's see. Oh
So
shoot.
this is Danabo, a fun place to learn.
Oh, dude.
Wait, what year was this?
Oh, I
made?
remember this
This was-
video.
No way.
Wait,
Holy moly!
are these people that we should know?
We need to follow.
They were a year before us, I think, or
Okay.
2. Because I recognize this girl
I
and
don't-
him as
yeah.
well.
I don't think I recognize any of these people.
Help keep our school
Is this too loud?
and a fun place to be. The
No,
guides
No,
that's
for
good.
that's fine,
everything
yeah.
and everyone at Danabo are
The Dana Boat
Dude,
guy.
I totally remember this video though,
take care of the environment.
like vividly.
The virtues
Yeah.
that help us all be safe, successful,
I do
and happy
too.
are
I'm pretty sure. Wait, I'm pretty sure there's like a
responsibility.
clip of like everyone at lunch, and I
Yeah.
think Cody's in that clip.
Oh, Cody.
Oh, we gotta
Cody
find it.
cameo.
I'm like almost certain that's true.
perseverance, and honesty.
I'm gonna be really
You'll
upset
be
if I'm
seeing and
wrong.
hearing about these guidelines and virtues everywhere.
No
you go.
way.
Right,
Wait,
we
hold
have to
on.
start
Wait,
picking.
hold on. Wait, go back.
I don't.
What did you?
Sandra Erickson. Doxing her.
I don't
Wait
know.
a minute. Is that Bruin's sister?
Yeah.
That looks like
What?
It is.
That is Journey.
Yeah.
No,
No
way.
way.
Sister.
That's
That's
crazy.
Damn.
Wow.
That's crazy.
And she's 2 years
Boy.
older than us,
You'll
right?
be seeing and hearing
Mhm.
about these
Yeah, so I guess
Yeah.
this was like the
everywhere
classic
you
2
go.
years older than us. Is that Miss Ailey?
Hmm.
I think that's Miss Gregory.
Kind of hard. Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think
kind
that's
of
the
like
librarian.
Miss-
Yeah.
Yeah, librarian.
Uh
They
huh.
are very important to us.
Wait. Okay.
With the help of some
We should try to look, or like we should try to look for like the specific the lunch part. I really want to see if I'm remembering correctly about Cody being in that.
way. And we teach you here is a great place to
Wait, okay. Wait. I think it's somewhere around here. I don't know.
Wait,
who
is that Cody in the back?
That might be Cody in the
That
back.
might
That
be.
might be
But that's not what I'm
Cody. I
talking
think
about.
that's-
No,
I
because
think
there's
that's-
specifically a part where they like show people grabbing lunch. Yes. Wait.
Oh,
Wait,
I know
that's
him.
Mason.
Yeah.
No, I thought his name was Mitchell.
No, that is Mitchell.
Mitchell.
Wait.
Oh, Mason is his brother.
Oh, maybe it wasn't Cody. Maybe it was Mitchell I was
We always
thinking of.
walk in the cafeteria.
That's
Dude, that's
Mitchell,
Jared.
man.
And use class.
That is Jared.
That's Jared. Wait, and that's Cody behind him, I think. Right?
I think so. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's Cody behind him. No.
Wait,
way.
wait. Keep it going. Keep it going.
That's Cody. See, I told you. That's Cody. I knew it, dude. Oh my god.
Mitchell's in the background
Damn.
the camera.
He's got the fucking Joker smile. What the hell, dude?
He does.
Oh my
Cody,
gosh.
I remember that fit
Yeah.
vividly. The green and purple goes so hard.
Yeah.
Stay in our seats while we eat.
Oh my
Wash our
gosh.
food,
Oh my
and
gosh,
stop
I remember
talking
her.
when
No
there's a
way.
signal.
That's
Wait.
awesome.
I
Is
think
that the
that's the counselor.
counselor?
Yeah. Uh huh.
Oh, that's
That's the
him.
counselor.
Yeah.
That's
So
Mr.
so much for not doxing anybody. We're just this
When the
is
lights are turned
you know.
off.
We just
show
doxed Cody,
responsibility,
guys.
Oh, I remember her too.
ourselves and follow the
Oh,
process
I remember that
and
trash can.
instructions
Dude, I remember
Oh my
that
God.
to enjoy our
that piece of
well-deserved
food.
recess.
Dude, I remember that trash.
That
can
was
one
Ellis.
time.
We are-
That
Wait,
was Ellis.
That was
That's
Ellis.
Jared.
Wait, Ellis was just
Yeah,
here?
wait. Go back like
Yeah.
yeah, go back. Yeah, just keep
Is
playing.
that Andrew?
That is
Ellis.
totally
Oh my.
Ellis right there.
Is that Big Al in the back? I think that's Big Al in
Is
the
that
back.
Big Al in the
That it
back?
is.
Yeah, I think so.
You saying he was like 7'5"?
I
No.
mean,
There's
you
no
look
way.
so tall, man.
All these things in the cafeteria. We are
That's Big
care
Al.
of
Wow.
others and the environment.
That's
You're
crazy.
my-
Closes in on Jared.
Yeah. Wow.
That's crazy. Wait, pause it. There's Ellis in the back.
Oh my god. That
Oh,
is
with
like
his
a different
bleached hair.
that is a different
Bleached
era
hair.
of Ellis right there, dude.
Yeah.
Wow.
What the-
Fence.
That's
Baby Al.
insane.
Oh, Luis? Is that Luis?
That
I
might
think
be.
that's his brother.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think that's
Wow.
his
This
brother.
is like this is like surreal like seeing
Yeah, we're
these-
definitely not doxing people.
Oh, here's
Yeah.
the band we
Where's
were
the
talking
band?
about.
okay, this is up on YouTube publicly, right? So like
Yeah, it is.
what does it matter that we're showing it? But yeah, that was like one of the bands. This was definitely wait. So yeah, do you guys remember? You like I don't remember the song. Like I don't remember.
Oh, I
just-
remember
Neither do I.
every fucking word from the song. Me and my sister sing
Like
it sometimes.
even though we sang it like a million times, I don't
Wait.
remember. I don't
Hold
remember.
on.
The
We
words.
never. How do we not mention Miss Baker at all?
Oh,
True,
Oh.
Miss Baker, the goat.
dude, she was a
True.
constant even past
That's
elementary
true.
school. Yeah.
Yeah.
hmm Like
She's
I
a
think
cool lady.
me and Cody, or at least I know Cody saw her at like when we worked at Albertsons a couple of times. I don't remember if I don't know
Yeah.
if I did. Maybe once.
I don't even know what her. She was like a teacher's aide, I guess.
Yeah, something like that. But yeah. I don't know. Wow, this is like I haven't seen I probably haven't seen this video in like I want to say like since like middle school. I don't remember. Maybe
In the
high school.
classroom.
Actually, maybe like freshman year of high school. I remember like getting on a call and we watched it or something like that.
Yeah, I'm gonna mute it
Yeah.
unless we want to hear the audio.
I remember the.
No, you can just keep it playing. Like, wait,
Oh, is that you, Antonio?
is that me?
No, that's not. I
That's
don't
not
think it
me.
is.
The haircut looks like it was like mine. But
I
that's
think
not
that-
me.
Might
Too
have
bad
been
we
me.
can't zoom in.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Enhance.
Yeah.
too
Wait,
blurry.
image enhance. Yeah. I did have like a haircut like that though.
Man, the
In the
video.
restroom.
In the
Don't show
restroom.
footage of the restroom.
oh, I have a story about that.
Wait, oh yeah,
restroom.
wait, Donovan, you should tell the story about the restroom.
I tell the story. I have it on the list.
Oh my gosh.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll tell the story really quick.
It's a
So
segue.
we were in first grade, right? and Big Al, he came into our classroom one day, and he was talking to us, and he was angry. It was like the only time that I think I've ever seen him angry, and he was angry because he had to clean up shit off the wall. Someone had smeared their shit like all over the bathroom.
Excuse me,
wall.
Donovan, it's poop, okay?
Poop? Well, yeah.
We weren't old enough to say shit back then. Okay.
True.
We
Yeah.
still
I'm
did.
pretty sure he said poop.
Yeah. He was like, someone shit all over the bathroom.
He was delirious with anger. He just started cursing right there.
Yeah.
In front of like 40 first graders.
Yeah.
He like got us all. He got us all like in one room, like all the first graders. He was talking to all of us like at the same time. Like he was so angry.
Mhm.
And as he was talking, like I'm not gonna say his name, obviously, but this guy, you guys all know this story.
Yes.
But this guy, he leans over to me, and he's like, "It was me." And so we might be the only people who know who smeared shit on the wall in the bathroom.
God, I really I wish that you like brought that up to him like years later and like asked him
Yeah.
if he
You
remembers.
know, if I ever see him again, I will.
He's
Maybe
gonna be like,
someday.
what the fuck are you talking about?
If you happen to run into him by fate, somehow you have to bring that up. Like
I
that
have
is
to.
the rule. Yeah. Oh my god, that's so funny. But yeah,
Jesus.
Even if he has like a family with him.
yeah, this feels a little
God
weird.
damn.
Like the fact that they recorded like footage of
They want to show
elementary
that they're
schoolers using the
healthy.
bathroom.
There's just one of them like on the toilet.
That's borderline illegal, is what that is.
Cameo of
Uh,
Mrs. Gregory, maybe?
Yeah. Dude,
Why
this
you
guy,
walking
this
like
guy,
that?
this guy was so hyped to have that role. I
Hey.
bet.
It's Gregory. Is that
Oh, yeah.
Tanner Underwood? Is that Tanner Underwood? Legit.
I think that is.
That might be.
I think it is.
Yeah, but yeah, I
There's
do
Mr.
remember
Penny's
this
office in the
library.
background.
Yeah, there's the
Computer
computer lab.
lab.
There's the computer lab.
Computer
Yeah.
lab.
hmm
Those jank ass headphones.
Yep.
Whoa! I don't
Wow.
remember them looking like this.
Those were dying. Yeah,
Whoa.
dude. No. My memory of those is so much more like high tech.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
I thought they were, like,
crazy.
Oh my gosh.
Wow. The things that you like, I don't know, like think when you're that young, apparently.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Oh, what was that kid's name? I remember him.
I don't remember a lot of these people.
On the bus. We didn't ride the bus though.
I did not ride the bus.
No, but yeah, I think we all lived like too close to like warrant riding the bus. you
Except
know?
like assemblies, so it kind of still applied for or not assemblies, field trips.
Oh well, yeah, that's true. Oh yeah. Do you guys remember field trips that we took? Because I don't really remember any field trips that we did. I know that we did them. I
No,
just don't remember.
I
them.
don't.
From at least from that era.
Antonio, do you remember the photos that I sent you?
Yes, I do remember the photos.
That was
you sent me.
assembly we went in elementary. Isn't
Oh yeah. Okay. Yes. But so that was at like an aquarium.
it? Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I
That
do
was in fifth
remember
grade.
one assembly. It was when we went on the boat. I'm pretty sure that was elementary
Field
school,
trip?
right? Yes. Like it was in.
Yeah, that's the same trip. I think we went.
Was that
to
the same trip? I think. Yeah. No, I'm pretty sure
Yeah,
that
it
was
was.
probably
It was the same
trip,
day.
Yeah. Okay.
We
Yeah.
went to Coos Bay and we went out on a boat and they showed us like how to catch like crabs, right?
Something
Mhm.
like that. Yeah. I remember like.
Huh?
I think my
That happened?
mom. I don't remember that exactly, but I remember my mom went on that field trip with us as like a chaperone, and she got like super seasick.
My
Oh,
mom
God.
went on as well.
I remember I had a cap on and I lost it. It flew off in the wind.
Dude, no
And
cap.
I still have a video on my 3DS of that trip. Of them
Oh my
pulling
god,
those
using
crabs.
dude our 3DSs. Dude, that was the
Yeah.
beginning of the 3DS era.
That was.
Well,
on
that-
the playground.
2011 around that time, yeah.
Where's the wall ball?
Yeah, where's
Hold up.
where's the
Did you
wall?
see that? Did you see the beginning of this clip?
No, I didn't.
No. Some of Antonio's videos took place here on the playground.
Wait, what?
I saw it.
Wait, I didn't see it. Wait, what are you talking about?
That is so
Keep going.
unfortunate.
Just keep going. It's fine.
That's horrible.
Bad timing.
I'll have to go back.
Here's
I'll
the
have to-
cool kids.
Yeah, oh yeah, these
Yeah,
were the
here's
cool
the
kids, dude.
kids
I
playing-
couldn't even
playing
I couldn't even
Force
comprehend like being here, man. No way.
Whoa!
tire swing.
Oh my god! I remember they would go wild on that tire swing.
Yeah, I was kind of frightened to go on like the tire swing.
Me too. I remember I did one
Yeah.
time and I was like trying not to throw up.
Oh my gosh, there's the wall.
There's the swing.
Yeah,
the
That's the
wall.
wall back there. Yeah.
That
I
could
feel
be
so bad
us
for the wall.
Yeah, I know. Dude, they nerfed the wall.
Yeah, it's
Like,
as-
it-
half as good
yeah.
as before.
It is. Yeah, it's like
Let's see.
they cut it for some reason. I don't know why.
I remember
remember
we used to play
those
basketball a lot and throw them in there.
Yeah.
There's Cody. No, that's not Cody.
That's not
No.
Cody.
White kid with blonde hair.
Yes,
Cody,
he's a
Cody.
white kid with blonde hair. Cody. I mean, by that logic, it could be you.
It could be me. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna see if I can find any more.
Yeah, but
Okay.
but I want to talk about really quick. Like, I don't know how much longer we should go because we've probably been going for a little bit now. But
Yeah, I'd like to get going here soon.
yeah, that's fine. But
Do we have any like specific stories or any like topics we want to talk about?
I only have one more that I just wanted to bring up just because I think it'd be funny. Basically, and this is only pertaining to me and Donovan, really, but like I think you guys will still think it's funny. But basically, like me and Donovan, we like I don't really know like why us specifically because I feel like multiple kids could have done it, but we had like these like higher like level projects that we were supposed to do sometimes. Like basically me and Donovan were too smart for regular school. So we had to like go
You
out.
know, I don't know if it was that or we were too dumb to be in the classroom.
It could have been that maybe, I don't know, but like we were like sent on these like side quests essentially. And like you guys have to go out in the hall and work on these like book reports or something like that.
Mhm.
And so like we would go out there and we had to like read this book and then work on the book report, and there was like and we just like goofed off like almost the whole time, like
Yeah.
that like we barely got any work done, but we were working on this like diorama project. And Donovan, do you remember like we made it like this like 3D diorama of like the book cover or something, and in the corner we had like this like talking sun, and the sun was like I remember like writing like it's gonna get hot, yo, and that's what the sun was saying, and we thought that was like so funny
We
for
thought
some
that
reason.
was so funny.
Like that
what,
was like,
what was the book? It was called like Lemonade.
I think it was like the
something.
Lemonade War, and which
The
I think was like
Lemonade
one
War,
of
yeah.
the OBOB books from that year, which we didn't even talk about
Yeah.
OBOB.
Do you remember what class we were sent out of? Was it math or was it like a reading class?
It was
I wanna
one
say-
of those. I don't
I
remember.
want to say it was like reading, and they would just send us out to do our own thing because we were supposed to be like
Yeah.
special or whatever. And then I
guess,
remember
I don't
also from that one day very vividly, we were goofing off as usual at that little table that we always sat at
Yeah.
in the quad.
Oh, and there was like one other girl that like would like go out there with us. I remember.
Yeah,
But she would like kind of do her own thing.
Yeah, she wasn't out there all the time though.
That's true.
I
But
remember
anyway,
one time this kid. I don't even remember who the kid was,
Mhm.
but he came out. He walked into the bathroom, and as he was like going to the bathroom, he said like, "I'm making a little waterfall," and we just could not stop laughing. We thought that was like the funniest shit of all time. I don't even know why, but we were
so
literally like laughing for like
stupid.
20 minutes.
Yeah, I believe it.
Yeah.
Oh my god, dude. Yeah. Yeah.
That's poetic.
Yeah. And that's how me and Donovan got closer. Is
Yeah.
that experiences like that.
Is by
So-
literally doing nothing in
by
the
literally
quad.
doing nothing, yeah.
Literally,
Is
and
that-
that's when we came up with the comic strip.
That's
too,
true.
For the school
That's where
newspaper.
we conceptualized the comic strip. Yeah.
And from that came your Angry Birds series.
Oh yeah, the Angry Birds, dude. I want to show that in an episode of Chit Chats at some point because I still have it somewhere. But yeah, I made like this whole book of like Angry Birds like art, like pictures with like these like captions. It was weird. I had a weird obsession with Angry Birds for some reason. I don't know why. But anyway,
It was
yeah.
popular.
That's true. It was a very popular game, but that was like that was like the only major thing that I wanted to bring up. If you guys have any other things, like really quick.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Not anything that's quick.
From elementary, I think that covers the bases.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we covered quite a lot. I still think there were a couple things that we didn't touch on. Like we didn't talk about peer mediation. We didn't talk about the Danabo celebration, but potentially we could do another episode in the future.
We can do a part two.
We can do a part two. There's just too much. There's too much ground to cover. But we did cover like a lot of the essentials. So that's good. All right. So I think that's where we're going to cap it off. So thank you guys for being here. This was fun trip down memory lane. Wasn't expecting to like look at that video, but I'm glad that we did because like that like that like brought up like even more like memories. But yeah, so yeah, that's the episode. So thank you guys for watching, and we will see you guys in the next episode of Chit Chats.
Bye-bye.
Peace. And we'll do the Chit Chat dance now. Yeah. Cody, do the Chit Chat
Big Al.
dance.
Big Al.
Yeah. All right.
Chit chats for Big Al.
Chit Chats for Big Al.
What?